Okay, let me just go to my stream. I kind of tuned in last time to my stream. I did. Apparently, I was bugging out. A lot of things got cut out. Guys, it was buffering. My stream was buffering, which is good. So, like, fair stream overall, don't get me wrong, but it bothered me. So, I gotta make sure. No, I didn't want to do that. Come on. Anyway, so, yeah, so we're doing this today. So, yep. I'm live once again. So, I gotta listen to this just back. Huh. So, it works for now. So, there's that. So, yep. It works just fine. So, a lot of the things we talked about, it was a 3 hour stream. I kind of want to make it a bit thicker. So, I'm not expecting too much of anything, really. But it's just picking up where we're at. If you guys called in, a friend of mine and another guy, a new guy, called in. I let him call in and we could just talk about that. Right. So, we did that. So, yeah. And I caught somebody asking me a question like, was that guy just your friend or you accept calls? I do accept callers here and there. Like last time, I had a huge gathering of people. Like people tuned in and they were listening. So that was cool. That was really cool. So yeah, I should really learn to turn on my chat replay. That's the thing. Perhaps I still can. Hold on. Replay is just not on yet. So the last stream is still kind of loading, I believe. Oh wait, it's already kind of done, actually. So yeah, so I look here. So yeah, it doesn't really show me the chat replay. It should allow me to see the chat replay. That's the thing. Not yet. Let's look again, just in case. Because this was just last stream. Okay, there's the chat replay. That's good. Because there was a lot of people tuning in today. Well, yesterday at least. So yeah. So what are we talking about today? Yeah, same thing as yesterday, just to pick up where we left off. So yeah, doing that. Reviewed all this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Check the keyboards. I kind of already talked about like this guy Brian yesterday, so yeah, that's where we left off. Fuzzy has great memory, buddy. Yeah, he does. Since I don't have anybody coming in just yet, I will kind of let it kind of sit for a bit, just in case, because people will miss a lot of the things I say. Hmm. Oh. Okay. So yeah. I created a Discord just so I can invite people in. So yeah. I don't know if like I kind of edited it a little bit just in case. So yeah. So everything's good. So hold on. Let me turn on everything. What on? Turn it back. Oh man. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm sorry. There we go. I gotta just make sure everything's good. So we're ready. Don't get me wrong. I'm just relaxing for a bit. Gotta go through my Discord for a bit, see what I can mess with. Because I'm streaming on a phone and playing on another phone. Yes, I got 2 phones. Because Boozy loves phones. I make him fight over Boozy. Yes. The phones love Boozy. So, yeah. So, it looks like we're ready to go. So, yeah. Some people tune in, some people tune out. So, I'm gonna just start. So, last times we were talking about all this stuff, the lynching, the black community, and all that stuff. And recap, just a little bit. I started off by talking about how the political commentators made this a racial issue. So they talked about and when it was started off as a murder issue, basically, right, based on a stabbing and killing, right, it turns into black and white and shit, like racial backgrounds, ethnic backgrounds, because it kind of just shows where people stand when it comes to that. So people were making excuses for Anthony, saying things like, well, he was defending himself, wasn't. He literally put himself in a situation intruding on other people when he was being asked to leave, stuff like that. In addition to all this stuff, we were talking about like the historical ideas of lynching, black on black violence, and so on. And to go through this again, because I don't know if people caught my full explanations about these things, so I'll give them. The lynching part wasn't just exclusive to black people. It was also to white people that were legit trying to help black people stop getting lynched by others, right? So fast forward in time, black people still people, despite the same white people, or even the ones that were trying to stop the Atlantic slave trade. The slave trade overall, even anyway. So that was going on, and a lot of those black people that were sold in slavery were by the same people, black people, right? In addition to that, the Babylonian slave trade, if I'm saying it right, was North Africa enslaving white people. So we got all that going. The overall point is that I'm making that it's some black people will pretend like they've been suffering all this time to get from the white person, yet meanwhile, the same, they were never living in it, despite the fact that white people grant their rights, right? Right. So we're going here. Yeah, so like 2 racists. So this guy, he's actually a liar. He's one of the people that was lying about Austin McCall being a bully, harassing a guy, and him and his brother. He was one of the men pushing this lie that the twin brothers, jumped Anthony just for no reason. So there's that. So he's comparing a situation where apparently, now I'm gonna play this video just to get like what does he mean. So let's.
Hey, you're a very person. Good dude.
Thank you, bro.
And like, just like you're gonna be what you do, even if God forbid this doesn't work out, you're gonna be fine.
By the way, I expose racists and pedos. This channel literally tried to like say this was Anthony and a guy in the video last time. Now he's saying, "Oh, could this be the same case?" Like his line was exposed, but he's still gonna use it. Huh?
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
that means a lot.
If we are gonna watch one of your videos tonight, what would it be? Like, give me.
You say, bro?
Yeah. What's your favorite one?
To the right, maybe. A little more to the right. See the TV at least. Oh shit! Hey, bro. You gotta talk to my.
Hey, can you just
move, bro? Please. No, hey, bro, it's okay. Just move.
He doesn't mean like.
It's okay, move, but
I don't mean to be a.
No, but I know, but you have to talk to like that. Bro, no. I'm saying this is my guy, though, bro. Like, no, bro. No, bro. You
one. Like comparing, he's saying because he the cameraman by it, but you don't even see the skin of the guy. This is what I mean, though. Like, to them, everything is about race to them. They only care. And two races? Where's the two races? Like, what?
He don't mean it like that. Is he drunk? I don't know, but maybe. I just don't like this.
Like, it doesn't, like, I don't know how. Two racist, disrespectful white men attempts to bully a black man and his photographer. Like, where's the bullying for one? Because he was told to move, and that's it. Literally. Like, where did this even come from? This is just this guy who he's one of the reasons that pushes this racial warfare and shit, right? Right. That's what you get with these people. This hey, racist white people and they're talking mean to black people. Like, see, because disputes don't just happen because someone's gonna go. Because this is how people think. That's just. Yeah, the Karmelo Anthony case in a nutshell. He thinks self-defense murder because 679 enthusiast does not understand self-defense. Just like a lot of black people nowadays. By the way, is my shit lagging again? So this guy, he's actually a liar. He's one of the people that was lying about Austin. Okay, so my shit is and hello to you, Sandman 62. Hello, welcome to the stream. And I'm talking about the scumocrats. We'll get to them, and a lot of these people are lefty tunes. So yeah, that really does play a part into that. Because they do act like this moral high ground and do play the rest. So yeah. Okay, so this is one of my favorite ones. Dr. Allison Wiltz, Austin McAuliffe dad called Karmelo Anthony watermelon felon. Your reminder that racist raise racists. So like, okay, so this just shows you something. Like, again, stream we went through like details of literally people using racial slurs at others, right? Watermelon felon is literally just a freaking term for Karmelo Anthony. See, that is racist, and like, and so he raised a racist. Keep in mind, for one, there wasn't anything really said by witness testimony Austin being racist at all, right? So there's nothing really about that. Meanwhile, they're assuming the guy was racist because he was white and the other guy was black. Think about that. They don't really have anything to go off on outside of the fact that, hey, well, the dad is white, Austin is white, his dad said something racial, said a racial slur, so they must have been racist. That is the logic. They don't really think past. They can't really think past that. So yeah. So this is one I'm gonna cover now. See what this is about.
That's it. Yeah. They send a message. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to read. I want to make this point, so we're done with this one. Like, one, that racist bias prejudice, like, one, it is like, to her, first of all, totally normal behavior by these same people, like, totally, like, very normal, not, angry, not over angry, not totally understanding, right? So like, here's the thing: racist bias, prejudice. I'm sorry. I'm like, he put his hands on him and stuff. Last time I checked, it was Anthony that stabbed a dude, and whether Austin shoved Anthony or not does not warrant a stabbing. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. So yeah, Nick Sorter. So we're doing this again. So yeah, I'm not as energetic as I used to be in last stream because like I already kind of talked about most of this stuff, right? But it's just kind of finishing reviewing some of the stuff, and we're getting into the good stuff. Don't worry. So yeah. So I want to get down to business and see what's going on here.
Only good crackers are dead crackers. Only good crackers are dead crackers.
Totally normal behavior by these nice civil black people that totally understand self-defense, that totally are about the moral compass about the situation. They care about the moral compass of this situation. They wouldn't just want to kill you, even though there's literally videos of them threatening to kill you because over Anthony because of his skin color. You know, hey, no, like they're completely justified and completely normal. It's normal to want people to die. It's totally normal to want people you don't know die. That you don't, especially the ones that do anything wrong, like, you know. Okay, so you see, this is what I mean, though. Like, it's like last video I covered why it's a actual racial issue now, because then you got people like this over Anthony just because he was black, wanting white people to die, wanting to kill white people. You got this, and it's because like they only care about the fact that, hey, one was black and the other was white. They even went as far as talking about, well, like the judge was white. He was even friends with the father. Which there's no evidence. The latest pictures on like Jeff's Facebook page at best, which don't really indicate they were friends for a long time. It just indicates that they knew each other. I guess they just you got best you could say, but that's irrelevant because they have nothing to do with like why Anthony was prosecuted. So they're only so this is just a go-to. Like, well, since we can't actually prove that Austin McAuliffe was the aggressor, and since we can't prove that it was actual self-defense, since we can't do that, and since it was shown that like Anthony was the aggressor, we'll just call the whole thing racist because that's all we can do. That's all we can justify it as. So we call it self-defense despite not knowing what it is. This is what you get from these people. They don't care the moral compass of the situation. They only care about somebody's skin color. I mean, I've talked about this in the last stream, where I've showed you a big fat black dude beating on another black dude. Like, this was the last stream. No, you will never see a riot for black-on-black violence. You'll never see a protest for black-on-black violence. It never happened. In fact, it wouldn't even be considered, if they were to protest at all, it would have been considered a Black Lives Matter protest. It would just be like anti-white protest. This is what you did. You made us do this or something. So it's just blame the white man for what they're doing. Even though they're actually choosing to, you know. So here we go. Black people who identify as Black Panthers showed their support for Karmelo Anthony yesterday. Look at the tits on this thing. So let's listen to this one.
Step up. If you don't mind, can I have your name and who you represent?
My name is Crystal Muhammad. I represent the New Black Panther Party for self-defense.
Okay.
I'm going to step up.
Yes, ma'am.
She's trolling us with that music back there.
I know it's really, really loud. But
What's your question?
We're going to get through it. So, my question is, So you guys coming out here today? I know a lot of people actually really don't even know that the Black Panther Party still exists. So can you tell me some things that your organization does?
If they don't know the Panther Party exists, they haven't been in the movement. Because anybody that's been in them conscious know we have. We've been everywhere. Something been going on there. Our website is nbpp.org. We're a continuation of Black Liberation and Freedom Party. The New Black Panther Party was founded in Dallas, Texas in 1989 at the heels of the crack epidemic. And we've been fighting for justice all across America, KKK. We are here today because we already knew what the verdict was going to be. We knew it was going to be racist. We knew when it was an all-white jury. We knew when the judge and the DA was at a party with Metcalf's dad. The judge should have recused himself. The DA should have recused himself. The fix was in.
Let me just say this, like I already kind of touched up on this when there's pictures. There's actually no evidence to even support those things. No evidence to support there was parties. There's none. It's fabricated. But clearly, the Black Panther Party here only care about literally racial skin background, the ethnic background here, because she. Well, like we knew it was gonna be racist. Well, here's okay. So let me get this straight. Do you think stabbing somebody is self-defense? If they shove them, then yeah. Well, I don't see how a shove, especially when the same person that was going to stab the other was the one escalating the situation. Make me move. Touch me, see what happens. Literally being asked by everybody to move. But of course, they're going to ignore this. Of course, people have ignored this. They're always going to be. As far as like the racial jury and all white stuff goes, this is just kind of selective. This is very selective. One, it literally means nothing. It literally means nothing. It doesn't matter. You could put any jury there and the still result is the same. Anthony is a murderer. You can frame it however you want. You could say the jury was racist. You could say the jury was mean. You could say the judge was biased. You could say all that. The verdict still stands and the evidence still stands. You see the evidence. Saying the jury was bias, literally, you can't really even prove based on the evidence that was there. Anthony was a murderer. You could make any interpretation about Austin McAlpine. Well, he actually was also the aggressor. So was Anthony. He was willing to do harm. It doesn't matter. You could make any interpretation about that situation. You can make any interpretation about Austin and the judge being a father, being friends. It doesn't matter. The results are the same. You could remove those things. You could remove the color. The results are the same. And if you were to tell me, hey, Bullseye, hey, if it was the other way around, like Austin being prosecuted, you would say it was a biased jury because he was the aggressor. I would say that because Austin literally did nothing wrong. Shove at that. If it was the other way around, where if we were to also say if Anthony was to be found guilty and found not guilty, and you would call it a biased jury, Bullseye, I would say yeah, because the evidence was there. He was a murderer. He murdered somebody in cold blood. He murdered somebody. And it would be a corrupt jury and the judge, if they decided, yeah, well, we can walk away free. It's clearly self-defense despite the evidence that is in front of me. Despite that, no, that's not going to work that way. It's not, I don't call it a corrupt jury or anything, corrupt judge based on who didn't, find guilty or find not guilty based on the person I like. I find it a corrupt jury and a corrupt judge finding somebody not guilty or not guilty based on backlash or based on somebody's skin color. In which case, if the judge and jury were to find Karmelo Anthony not guilty inside, that are making fun of the fact that he was black and he was just defending himself against a white guy that was just asking him to leave. And that's it. Calling it a racial bias jury is literally irrelevant when it comes to you, because anything that involves a black or white person has to be racist. And that's the only things you guys can ever talk about. That's it. If it was in... Otherwise, can you? So, let's just continue. Finish the clip.
The whole situation is racist. They think it's funny, but what we already know is there is no law, no order. Karmelo had the right goddamn ideas. He stood his ground.
So he had the right idea to insert himself in a place where he wasn't supposed to be, and refused to leave when being told to ask to leave. Had every right to be like, talk me, see what happens, make me move. Right? Right? And had every right to pull a knife and stab somebody. He had all the right intentions. There's no law and order. Anthony was... all the escalations he's done, the crime he did. That is her logic. She didn't... See, this is what I mean. They don't even care about the fact that there was law and order. Like, she said there was no law and order, but she only brought up, like, well, racial background, and so there's no law and order for black people, but law and order was served. A person got punished for murder because he was a murderer. I mean, it's like 2 + 2 = 4. And funny enough, when she talks about law and order wasn't served, and we gotta fight for the rights of black people, can I just ask her, like, what is affirmative action then? Who signed the affirmative action bill? Who signed the Emancipation Proclamation Act? Like, who helped get the Civil Rights Act? It wasn't just Martin Luther King, by the way. Who helped get the 15th Amendment signed so black people could vote? Who did all that? Who was working in 1776, starting from, it was a white person, Will Warford, I believe, to help stop the Atlantic slave trade. Who did all that? It was white men. Yeah. So you're free because of white men. You're a free people because of white men. Fighting for rights black people already have, even though they have it already.
And every black person in America needs to stand their damn ground. Whenever you confront it, by wicked ass racist, no matter who it is, it's better to be judged than carried by 6. Period, point blank.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
All right,
That's
thank you.
I would I would just ask her, hey, what do you think of black people randomly jumping white people or any other people? Should like, is that them standing their ground? Like, there's multitudes of cases of black people just jumping another person, regardless, including white people. It's almost like he just doesn't care. That's flag fatigue. Roger. Hello, everybody. And load, and can you see this? Who cares, honestly? I'm black. What? Yeah, I don't care if you're black. Can you see the comments? Yeah, I can see the comments. I don't care. Yeah, cool. God has life. Try again. Not sure what you're saying I'm wrong on. Immortal, please elaborate. Truth seek. Hey, who's the kid that shot 3 people with an AR? That brought across state lines, ended up getting $1 million book toward, what's his name? Kyle Rittenhouse. And no, he didn't cross state lines with an AR rifle. It was provided by a friend that was within the state lines. Who invented racism as we know in the country? Who trafficked and murdered millions of black people and millions of Native Americans? Either you complete idiot or piece of shit. First of all, that is not exclusively to white people murdering Native Americans or black people. Native Americans murdered each other. Black people murdered each other. Black people sold themselves into slavery during the Atlantic slave trade. They sold them. Okay? The Native Americans, on the other hand, sure. But Native Americans were killing themselves before white men were killing them. This is that. Now you're Kyle Rittenhouse. Well, of course, people make that comparison. For one, not crossing state. lines with an AR rifle that was provided by a friend. And when he killed he didn't murder 3 people. Those same 3 people literally attacked him. You'll see Kyle Rittenhouse disengage, running away from certain people. From the pedophile white guy, by the way. Right? Who said he's gonna fucking kill him, and Kyle had to shoot him. Right. Then the whole mob chases after him, saying they're gonna kill him. And that's when you got 3 more people shot. I do not see where you're making the comparison between an actual self-defense between a kid with actual good motives to a kid who went into a situation literally willing to look for trouble. Despite being asked to leave, and he was like, no, I don't have to leave. Make me move. I don't see where you're making the comparison. You can't even fucking read. Whatever you got. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. You have a 2-dimensional understanding of your own history. Sure, buddy. Sure. I'm sure you have a great understanding of your history. Even though I literally give you a history breakdown, but hey, I'm the one who doesn't understand. You just don't understand. Yeah, sure. Without really correcting me on anything. Good job, buddy. Good job. Keep giving me views and raging over there, Immortal, for some odd reason. I don't know why you think you're immortal. Remember that first guy who tried to take his gun? Yep. I'm not sure what that is. Mexican headed out. But yeah, you got those people. You got people in my chat trying to be idiots. Trying to tell me, no, you're an idiot. You're evil. I'm sorry. Does it bother you that you have to bring up things that are unrelated to the Karmelo Anthony case and still get proven wrong? Oh my god, your parents are siblings. I'm glad you say that. And I'm not sure where you got that from, but hey, you can live your delusions in my chat. You're free. Have fun. Thanks for the views. It actually just helps me about why you here. I don't know how so many people got so delusional in the past few years. Well, it's just in my chat right now. It's just in my chat. Dirty cowboons. Cowboons or something, I don't know. Because American... Oh, I do know... I know something about that Hispanic American guy. So... No, bro, in every chat. Oh! Yeah, sometimes. So, there's that. Amazing how people come to my chat and have something to say. And it's just like, just kind of ad homs. Not really actually engaging. Why don't you just go back to school? I've already been to school. I graduated. So, yeah. Not my fault that you're still behind, okay? Okay. So, come on, yeah, I know, right, Kenny? And I guess some of these people think that it's okay to support a murderer. Doesn't sound like it. I don't know if it doesn't sound... Hey, it doesn't sound like it? Well, maybe it's not sounding like it because you don't know what school sounds like. I don't think... I'm sorry. But hey, you're number 1 chatter in my chat. Have to wonder how many are bots. You got people in the chat being like, yeah, well, I don't know anything. What am I wrong on? It's up to you to improve. They heard a pass so you to make sure you didn't shoot up the school. Oh no! Well, hey! Can I ask you something? What am I wrong on? That's all you have to show me. What am I wrong on? Just what am I wrong on? Tell me. You have to pass me by so that way I don't shoot up the school. I'm glad you actually think I'm actually capable of that. But you'd probably be okay with it since you like murderers and psychos like Karmelo. So yeah. So you'd be okay with that. Give us statistics on white mass shooters every year. I'm just here for the back and forth. Other than that, I don't care. Well, you do care, because you're here trying to tell me I'm wrong and trying to throw insults at me. Like they have any real meaning. So you do care. You're literally the number one chatter in my chat. Saying where I'm wrong at. Asian who was trying to protect business. A fortunate circumstance, the kid that he shot, 14-year-old, did have a firearm, and when he fell to the ground, reached for it. His son, Chao's son, said he's reaching for his gun. Shot. It was a tragedy, but yeah. Not the best cases, but it's not comparable to what, you know what I mean? The quality is wicked. I know. I'm sorry about that. It is not the best quality. Give us stats on black mass shootings every single weekend. This is fun. Oh, well. So you do care. You care. Thank you for approving my... Anyway, just gonna continue now.
So can we talk about this racist-ass picture? I spent a lot of time incarcerated. There's two things I've never seen.
It's a racist aspect. He's mad about the picture. That is just making fun of Karmelo Anthony. It's racist, don't you dare. Like, look what they're doing to this poor murdering person, man. He's completely innocent in murdering somebody. I'm sorry. Yep. So this is my favorite one. Let's just review this one. This insufferable...
Going into the detail, media is intentionally doing dishonest reporting about what is going on in the trial. They're conveniently not going into the details and the inconsistencies in the witness. But luckily I was able to find somebody on Reddit who...
She found somebody on who's writing, and probably just writing a screenplay of what happened in his imagination, or hers, who knows.
Was actually detailing what each of the witnesses were testifying to. So allow me to paint you the picture of what I believe actually happened. I went through each of the witnesses' testimonies, and it's very clear that not everybody had a clear picture of what happened. So
why do you care so much is the question. Like you, it's fun to talk about. I didn't claim I didn't care. You're the one trying to claim, oh, I don't care. I don't care what happens. Screw you. Like, I don't care. You shoot up schools. You're white. Like, that's just you, man. That's your... Yeah, you deal with your issue. I can talk about whatever I want on my channel. That bothers you. It's like my dick.
on the day of the stabbing, it started pouring down rain, which caused a delay in the track meet. Very common. Each of the schools seemingly brought their own tents and set them up so that people could sit. Karmelo's coach testified that they did not have a...
So, seriously, like, Lowen, you're really kind of just going at it. Like, for a guy who's claiming that I'm obsessed, you're certainly really going in on me into my chat. Like, the only reason why I'm allowing this is because I'm letting you. Like, that's your man. I'm just saying words. You think your words have power, but they literally don't. I'm not sure what you're trying to do. You're white. That's all you're doing. You're not doing anything outside of just disrupting my chat. Like, clearly, like, what is your goal here? Like, what are you trying to prove? You have a whole life talking about black people. I mean, first of all, do you understand the topic here? It's like, you have a whole life talking about black people. Like, dude, is your brain so backed up that you can't think past your own nose? Like, seriously? What a retard. Continuing.
tent, that it was actually coming later with a to justify bringing a tent at that moment, so they didn't have a place from the rain. Anthony...
Like, why would they not have enough buses to bring enough people? Like, okay, so, like, I don't even know where that came from. Why does that matter with his own team? Like, was the rain so bad that he might get soaking wet and slow him down during he was about to run? Like, what? Like, what?
Apparently was friends with one of the kids from the tent. Several people.
That is actually not true. That is not confirmed. Not confirmed at all. No witness testified that that they were friends with Anthony. That's just didn't happen. That actually was a fabricated lie. They even tried to say Austin McAlpin Hunter and his twin was friends with Anthony. That wasn't true. They even made like pulled photos that looked nothing like the twins that said this. So yeah.
Saw he and Anthony dap up, greeting each other, and was in the tent made some joke about y'all.
I'm trying to say what you're trying to prove. Gee, just watch the stream then, buddy. It's almost like I'm talking about a racial issue. Holy shit.
Or asked how close his said that it was a joke. And by the way, Karmelo Anthony is not only the captain of the team, but he was also captain of the football team. His
Where did you even pull that from, bitch? Like what? Pulled that from Reddit?
senior year had been cut short because he had had an injury, a very severe one, and his shoulder was messed up. He had to wear a sling for part of the year. They also don't mention that Karmelo Anthony was already in the tent before the Metcalf twins entered it. It wasn't until
That really is irrelevant. That literally means nothing. She pulled all this from Reddit for one. Somebody trying to write a screenplay. Like a Redditor tried to write a screenplay. This is what happened to my mind and stuff. Like, this is exactly what happened. And she's using it as evidence. Like, dude, come on. Like, for one, like, you pulled your shit from Reddit. Like, I already said that, right? So, let me just get straight. Okay. Actual witness testimonies said that Karmelo Anthony was the aggressor. Okay? That's it. It said he was going, make me move, touch me, see what happens. You better try me and stuff. This, that, and the other. Acting aggressive with aggressive behavior. Right? So that's what happened. And the result in, he decided, I'm going to stab somebody. So, him being friends with somebody, first of all, irrelevant, whether he was friends with somebody or not, means nothing in that situation. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there was no friends, but even if there was, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
the Metcalf twins came to the tent, that they seemed to be the ones who had a problem with him being there. And it's pretty inconsistent across
That's actually not true. Everybody was actually asking Anthony to leave. Anthony kept, so everybody was asking. So everybody had a problem with him being there.
9 witnesses from the incident about where Austin's brother even was during this. Some said that he was
Asks, how can Karmelo be the aggressor when he was the one that was pushed first? Okay, Trinity, let me explain it again. When you go into the tent uninvited and people ask you to leave, and then Anthony goes, make me move, touch me, see what happens, refusing to leave, that man is being aggressive behavior. He is acting aggressively. Okay, he's making threats. So that resulted in him being pushed. And being pushed does not result into stabbing. So Karmelo was seeking trouble. He was being aggressive. So he was the aggressor. You can say whatever you want about the situation. Well, like, no, it was Austin. Doesn't matter. You can say Austin was aggressive too. Doesn't matter. Karmelo had intent. He seeked trouble. He was looking to harm somebody. What video? Kurt? What video? There's no video. There was no video released. I don't even know where you pulled that from. There's no video. Athletic etiquette when I was... You don't mix with opposing teams the field or after the event. Doing that is provocation in itself. There we go. A lot of piss babies in the chat, holy moly. Hey, let him exist. Let him exist. Yo mama, like low end is literally just typing away in my chat. He's number one fan here. Like, and thanks for typing away. Like he's got insults all day, but he's got no rebuttal. So yeah. So hey, low end. What does the low end stand for? How low your IQ is, or something? Like what's going on with that one? Tis there a video? You just want likes? Tell me, where's the video? I would love to see it. I'll play it on stream. Or you can just, admit me a line. Where's the video? He's putting laughing. I know, right? Like, dude, like, just leave if this is bothering you, man. You just look like an idiot. Little peep. Yeah, you got me. Thanks for the views, by the way. Thank you. Then we continue.
Right next to his brother. Some said that he was in the back of the tent. Some said that he was a couple bleachers down.
Means nothing. Okay. Again, she got this from Reddit. Somebody who's trying to write a screenplay. What a smart lady. And just said, your name is Joe Mama. Yeah, he's very creative. I'll give him that. He's very creative of how he's going to name me. What's next? You're white. Oh no, what am I going to do? He's probably a burnt victim behind that freaking computer screen that he's typing frantically on. Am I right? You're a black dude? You're a black burnt victim? Is that what it is? That's better than hearing you try to read, bud. I'm reading just fine. You should learn to type better. How about that? Just do that. It probably is a child. Who knows? Let him go crazy. Hey. But, I could just literally hide if I wanted to. I could literally do that. Next thing you know, they'll make a movie called You're the Child. Summer, some of us are at work. Yeah, I have work too. Believe it or not. Thanks for the views, by the way. Being racist isn't cute. Oh, you got me. Yeah. How dare I be racist? I didn't even know where I was racist, but how dare I be racist? You can go touch grass, go get married, take a vacation. Whatever. Guys, like, you're just sitting there in a computer typing all day, angry at me for no reason. So, hey, Joe Mama, what are you? Pathetic. You're pathetic. The man would be alive if he didn't put his hands on Karmelo. Well, Karmelo wouldn't have charge if he didn't stab somebody. Then here we are. He wouldn't have 35 prison years of sentence. But here we are. No, you're mad about that. He's making fun of black people, calling them burnt victims. That's pretty racist. Someone is mad. Got freaking mad about that burnt victim. Now that I throw something back, that's a problem. Oh no, how dare he say such mean things. How dare he. So, hey, here's the thing, and I don't mind you being here, but I'm just gonna hide you, okay? Like, you're just being a fool. You just being a fool for the sake of it. We're done. I put up with you enough. Oh, no, that's the wrong guy. My bad. Not you, man. You're cool. Not that guy. This guy. There we go. Well, he is a mayonnaise, people. Yeah. You might be the mayonnaise, people. Yeah, I might be the mayonnaise, people. got me there. But I do like barbecuing and roasting them burnt victims, like getting them dark enough on the grill and having them nice, crispy black. Nice. Nice. Yep, Joe Mama.
Has said that they heard Anthony
Continue.
say, "I'm a nobody," when students were asking why he was under their tent, and there doesn't seem to be any consistency on what the words Anthony was saying.
By a Redditor. Literally, you're going off of a freaking Redditor post. That literally makes no sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. He was just writing a screenplay, like, I'm a freaking movie director, and what actually happened. Yeah, they're gonna take my movies, they're gonna take my ideas, and I'm gonna be a freaking popular man, finally. You got those people. Lady. Reddit is not a good place to get your information from. The results speak for themselves. Yeah. Hello is guilty. That's the result. Karmelo did what he did and got punished. End of story. Yep, very true. Anything that hints that Karmelo is innocent, they will hold as truth. Yep, very true. Reddit is literally famous for amateur fiction writers. I know, right? Like, dude, she literally just pulled from somebody's screenwriting something. Like, what? Facts, I would call the devil god if he was black. I know. Like, come on, man. Continuing.
Trying to say that Anthony is the aggressor, the person that he was in there seeing literally thought it was funny, and he took out his phone and pretended it. I personally...
He pretended to record it. Dude, she's thinking she's so analytical. She's analyzing gameplay, but she can't tell whether it's actually fake or real. Look at the face. This is kind of concerning, This is a white lady. Very concerning. The Lefty Tunes. Okay, so they share the same brain cell as... The Lefty Tunes just share the same brain cells. All three of them. And they're all fighting for, like, 5th place. That's it. They all share the same 3 brain cells. It's the hive mind. With only 3 brain cells. Let that sink in. It's so bad. They've literally made it a racial issue when it wasn't, so there is that narrative being proven wrong. Yep. Watermelon felon. White woman, liberal face. Yep. Dude, look at the face. Look at the face. This is clear cut, like, Redditor white liberal woman. This screenplay proves my point.
Don't believe that. No teenager just pretends to record things. It said that after the incident, students were passing around a phone and his Instagram page, which doesn't make sense. You wouldn't just pass the phone around. You would just ask for the handle and you would go to his Instagram page.
Yeah, it's almost like it's not real. Lady. Okay, there has to be an AI song about this. Like, dude, this is the intelligence of Lefty Tunes. I'm sorry, this white lady literally makes white people look bad. I'm sorry, everybody. Like, this is just we don't accept her. Like, go away, white lady.
What I think they were passing around was the video, and they deleted it because it would have looked bad on Austin. I say that because this person that Anthony was talking to didn't...
That's just a woman. You're not Asmongold, bro. What makes you think I want to be Asmongold? Where did that come from? Well, thanks for showing me that you don't like Asmongold, I guess, but I never claimed to like Asmongold. Like, where did that even come from? You make white people look bad. feel your social awkwardness aura. What the fuck does that even mean? Social awkwardness aura? Like, is that some like sort of term you made up in your mind? Like, what kind of freaking hocus pocus furry trans troon shit are you into? Like, is that something that is just exclusively in whatever freaking echo chamber you're in? Like, what is going on here? You're literally talking like him. You have his mannerisms. What? So? Who cares? Keep raging my chat, I guess.
Step up and say to the guys, hey, he's with me, we're just hanging out talking. And Carmelo's lawyer had to show a bunch of two together hanging out. They even hang out three.
Like what? Like, there's no photos. There is literally no photos. They don't even specify who the kid was. Supposedly, well, that was friends with Anthony for one. Right? Right. So we can clarify that. Now, number two. Just number two. Even if he wanted to say they were friends, he was still asked to leave. So, yeah, there's really no debate to have that.
Times in a 3-week period, so they knew each other pretty well. It's clear that Austin specifically did not want.
Bro, do you know how to read sentences? I can't with you, this fucking moron. Oh no. Leave my chat then. I don't know you're here. You stay mad, okay? You Troon?
Anthony in the tent and was ganging up on him. I think they all were. Because both Anthony and Metcalf were frustrated and escalated, according to one of the witnesses. There is no policy that these each other's tent. And in fact, there are supposed to be.
That doesn't really matter, though. Does there need to be a written paper saying you can't be in others' tents? Like, why do you need a policy for that? Like, sometimes simply things you just don't do. Hey, don't steal. Don't steal. There's no policy about that, so I'll just take it. Like, no, that's not how that works. It's weird.
Because it's a bunch of teenagers and start out as a big deal because
The only intelligent question she ever said and asked was literally, where was all the adults? The only intelligent thing she said so far was, where's the adults? Like, yep.
Austin Metcalf sat down on the bleacher in front of Anthony, which sounds honestly aggressive. He came in, he started antagonizing him, he sat down next to him.
There's evidence that there was a fight that's on the camera, and a lot of things have been hit and were hit and where the public can't see. So what do you shut the fuck up, man? First of all, where's the video? We'll cover the video later. Where's the video? You're saying there's evidence of a fight, but there's no fight. An altercation at best. Fight. It was confirmed not to be a real fight. Altercation at best. Also, Anthony was asked to be leaving. Anthony was seeking shoved, and he decided to pull his knife and stab somebody. There was no fight. There was no fisticuffs. But keep on raging there.
They started calling each other bitch. And nobody is consistent with the shoving part. Some say it was a small one shove. Another witness said, and I believe this is the true story, that there was minor pushing for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, there was a shove. That's at best. Again. By a Redditor. Like it's a screen.
That both Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony were angry and aggressive. Several witnesses say that they didn't believe Anthony when he was bluffing, but Metcalf and Anthony were frustrated and it escalated, and some called the shove a nudge. And one of the witnesses, turns out, told the cops that Anthony had told a joke and that Metcalf had pushed on Anthony in a lineman move, which is an inward and upward motion. So
That's like, again, that literally is irrelevant. Oh, he had to push him like this or like that. Like, again, lineman push? What do you mean, like a lineman push? What? Like, what? Like, dude, she's even questioning, like, what is a lineman push? What is lineman push? Like, was he blocking her? Was he gonna block on Carmelo? Like, it wasn't a block. Like, a lineman push, there's no such thing as a lineman push. There's none. I guess you can push as a lineman, I suppose, and when it comes to football and blocking, but there's no such thing as a lineman push. Big girl. She probably knows about a lot about eating too. I tell her that much. Except for salad. That is insane. Hey. Oh man, dude, that's so funny.
Both of the Metcalf brothers were ganging up on Anthony. And I think these kids have a skewed perspective of what defending them was, because they said that Anthony said, "You're not going to move me. You're a bitch." The witness told the jurors Austin was defending us. That's not defending you. I think y'all went through a very traumatic effect, and you can't come to terms with the fact that I think your friend was the aggressor. But you can't say that he deserved it. So obviously this guy has to be the perpetrator. It has to be his fault. It has to be a murder.
Like, okay, so like I'm gonna talk about this real quick.
Statements to the police
Like, let's talk
last year,
about this.
right after it happened. Like,
Let's talk about this. She's insinuating that his friends are actually defending Austin in lying for him now. Okay, so let's just cover this. On her whole basis of this whole entire thing, as I already talked about, is a Redditor writing a screenplay of events what he or she thought happened, right? So there's that. And she is hinging on that entire fact instead of going to the actual sources of what the witnesses actually said. Like, there was a shove. Anthony was aggressive. He was saying, "Make me move, touch me, see what happens," acting all tough, acting aggressive. And then they resulted with Austin, okay, shoving him. At occasion at best. Carmelo, instead of just up, if he really thought he was defending himself, decided that he was going to stab him. That was intent to harm. In fact, the entire sequence of him being aggressive showed that he had the intent to hurt somebody or start a fight. Clearly, end of discussion. Instead, she pulls from a Reddit site. Congratulations, you lose, lady. Lefty 2 lady.
not mentioning the cursing. Another witness characterized Austin's putting his hands on Carmelo as a warning. Witnesses across the board all pretty much agreed that this lasted 4 to 6 minutes. If someone is harassing you for 4 to 6 minutes, as a woman, I too would be grabbing my backpack and unfolding the blade in there because things were progressing.
I'm going to roll that back. Let's just roll it back to hear her logic again.
The perpetrator. It has to be his fault. It has to be a murder. Some of the kids were giving different statements to the police last year, right after it happened, like not mentioning the cursing. Another witness
The cursing literally is irrelevant. Like, okay, there's going to be cursing, obviously, when somebody's literally escalating the situation. Irrelevant. Anthony was the aggressor. Doesn't matter how you paint it.
Austin's put on Carmelo as a warning. The witnesses across the board all pretty much agreed that this lasts 4 to 6 minutes. If someone is harassing you for 4 to 6 minutes, as a woman, I too would be grabbing my backpack and unfolding the blade in there because things were progressing.
So, hey, dumb bitch. Just dumb bitch. Since you're a dumb bitch. Being harassed does not include you grab your backpack as you're being harassed, bullied, and threatened to pull out a knife, where people will potentially jump and kick your ass if the person really thought that. Like, they're gonna give you that chance. Like, clearly you never actually been in an altercation before. You're dumb broad. Alright? So, alright. And the actual response to being harassed, lady, would be, call the police. I say it again because Lefty Toon logic is just say whatever and agree with Redditors, I guess. I'll say this again. If you're being harassed with 4 and 6 minutes by a group of people for no reason, call the cops. Hey, it's almost like 2 + 2 = 4, but instead she's insinuating that she would murder somebody. Lefty tune logic, people. Lefty tune logic. Their idea of self-defense is people are saying mean words about me, so I take out a knife and stab somebody. Yeah. That totally makes sense. Totally. Is she stupid? I mean, she pulled from Reddit. Like, I kid you not. The entire Lefty Tune freaking force literally share like 3 brain cells. Like, they share 3 brain cells, and all 3 brain cells are fighting for 5th place. Like, what? Like, seriously, what? Whatever.
This witness said that Austin Metcalf tried to force Anthony out. After Metcalf put his hands on him, that's when he got stabbed.
Robbie, we're going to get into that. There's like, I already talked about how Anthony, after everybody, lip-turd lady, asked him to leave. Like, literally, the actual witness testimonies was people actually telling Anthony, please leave our tent. Not this Reddit screenplay you found. That, hey, Anthony was the aggressor. He was refusing to leave. There we go.
This had been an actual problem and not just a couple of kids bullying the black kid they didn't know under the tent. They could have gone and gotten an adult that should have fucking been there to begin with. And that is
like, literally, the adult that should have been there. The only intelligent thing she ever said. Which insinuates that the adult wasn't there in the first place. Yes, an adult should have been there. But that's just about the most intelligent thing she ever said, and it's not really saying much of anything, because who knows why the adult wasn't there. Plus, they got track meets, they got to make sure everything's situated, they got to be, there's certain times where coaches have to be at certain places, at certain times, at certain points, right? That's just the way it is when it comes to meets like that. If anybody's been to a meet when it comes to a high school football meet, wrestling, basketball, track and field, it's just the way things are. They have to keep things organized to make sure everything is falling into place. That's just the coach's job. Should they have coach been there? Sure, maybe everything would have changed. But unfortunately, whatever the coach was doing, we don't know. The adult should have been there. I mean, just about the most intelligent thing you ever said so far, and it's not even intelligent. Yeah, she's
very
definitely a March
obvious on cross-examination of a witness when the lawyer said if Anthony and a friend side of the tent, what was wrong with that? And the witness, who was also on the football team and was part of this little group, said it was because of the proximity to the tent. But
you know what's worse? The worst thing about it is she's trying to sound intellectual saying all this.
every witness who saw the stabbing said that Karmelo was sitting on the bleachers and that Metcalf was up and pushing him. Anthony never got out of his seat. And not only that,
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you insinuating that, like, apparently Anthony was just standing in his seat? Like what seat? Like, was he on a chair? Or was he sitting on the bleacher? Like, so he was standing. That would imply there was no seat because he would be in the bleachers, right? Right. But if there was a seat, like a chair or something, standing on the chair or something, because I'm pretty sure the incident took place in the bleachers. So whether he was sitting down on the bleachers, I doubt that was the case. She just confirmed it wasn't. So Anthony was clearly standing and got pushed. when being asked to leave. After Anthony was like, to make me move and stuff. Like, right? Right.
Wound and the blade prove that he did not even try to stab him.
What do you... He didn't even try to stab him? So, like, let me get this straight. Like, the blade just magically just ended up in Anthony's hand. The universe just decided, I'm gonna, like, control this black kid and make him stab Austin. Like, is that exactly what you're trying to insinuate here? You what? Seriously? So, like he didn't try to stab him just by pulling a knife to stab him. Lady, I think you need to stop reading Reddit posts.
Just held it out and Austin went on the blade. You know how I know itself is 3.5 inches long. Everyone
Austin just fell on the blade. Like the blade was just there, lying on the floor, and Austin just fell on it. He just tripped and fell on a knife and died. So, and that's why Anthony is innocent. He pulled out his knife, and I guess pulling out his knife, decided to lay it on the floor, and Austin just fell over on it. Like, is she serious? There's seriously no way. There's literally no freaking way she's actually claiming this and serious about this. Okay, hey, let's just explain the logic. Okay, let's just go through with it. Anthony goes to a tent he wasn't supposed to be. They all ask him to leave, no friends. They all ask him to leave, and he goes, touch me again, see what happens, touch me, make me move. And he gets shoved, and then Anthony was like, well, you know what? I'm going to pull out a knife and stab Austin. According to this lady, the events were so confusing that it's just a chronological of magically happening events, and then it resulted in somehow, some way, Karmelo's knife was just on the floor for whatever reason. It just was out there somehow, and Austin just decided, yeah, I'm gonna fall on this knife to make this guy look like a murderer. Lady, I am very concerned right now for your mental well-being here.
said that Austin leaned in to push him and Karmelo stabbed him. There's no dispute about that. Sitting, Austin was standing over him, getting ready to shove him, goes into the blade. So if the blade...
So wait a minute. So now it turns into, like, Austin went to shove Anthony, and Anthony just had the blade just in front of him, sitting down, and then Austin just tried to push him, but ended up into the blade. Does this lady even know how physics work? Like, as if, like, Anthony was just holding out his knife, like, touch me, bro. Just sitting there holding on his knife, like, holding his knife out straight in front of him like that, like, for whatever reason, while sitting down, while talking to his supposed friends, while he's just doing that. Like, they wouldn't be questioning that? Like, what? Like, lady, I don't think your stories are making sense here. Like she's got her own screenplay going on in that brain.
was 3.5 inches, and the wound was 2 inches deep, people. Means he could not have stabbed at him as Austin was leaning in to shove him.
He just leaned into him. Austin didn't know how to shove, and it looked like he went for a hug instead. That's exactly what happened. These people come up with is amazing to me.
Austin had to have been the one who fell on the blade. I'm sorry, but obvious to me. Like, this is self-defense. How could Anthony be the aggressor if he never fucking moved from his seat? That is
Because the story doesn't make sense. Literally, you were talking about how it doesn't make sense, because it literally doesn't. By the way, nice face. Literally. Lady, you got a screenplay as your evidence. That literally was as a screenplay on Reddit. I think you really need to check. I think you really need to actually check the sources of what this is actually said, instead of like somebody's imagination. Like literally, you got the whole sequence from somebody's imagination. Yeah.
literally stand your ground. And all of this could have been if he had just minded his own business.
Yeah. By the way, it wouldn't even be considered self-defense. It would just be like that wouldn't be considered self-defense, murder, or anything, considering how any of this would have transpired. This would just look incredibly goofy. How she described it, it's like a cartoon. She described a literal cartoon happening in real time. That's it. So moving on. Like, dumb liberal lady being dumb. On her live that she is $50K to Karmelo Anthony and his family after he was sentenced to 35 years for murdering Austin McCall. Only white people can defend themselves and get away with it. All of my kids are black, and I will always stand up for my people. Okay. This goes to show you that people like Cardi B only care about skin color of the matter at hand. Now, I already talked about the case plenty of times and what actually transpired and how it transpired, so it's not that's abundantly clear. The only reason why people are trying to fight against it is because the fact that Karmelo is black. That's all they care about. And I've talked about this last stream. Check it out. It's a good stream, by the way. Very good stream, by the way. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Since we're on the subject at hand, when it comes to like people caring about this stuff, it's because he's white. Like these same people are the ones that have to make it about it. Because if you could really defend Karmelo Anthony, how often do you think they would be about like it's the ethnic background that matters? You wouldn't hear it at all. You wouldn't even hear it from the right side. You would even be like, you would even see like people go, okay, this is definitely self-defense because Austin attacked Anthony, if that was the case, right? If evidence demonstrated that. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But the reason why I say that is because like if you could defend Karmelo Anthony, you wouldn't have to pull the race card. But that's all they can do. So when you got evidence that is stacked against Karmelo, you got people finding out, yeah, Karmelo was the aggressor. You got people going, yeah, Karmelo definitely pulled a knife and stabbed Austin. There's clear intent. He brought a knife to a track meet, knowing full well he was sitting in the wrong tent with the wrong peers, with people he didn't know. He refused to leave when people were asking him to leave, which is, by the way, what actually happened, what the witnesses testified. And Anthony refusing to leave. No, make me leave. In the moment somebody reciprocates any form, the same energy Anthony is presenting to them, he feels the need to stab somebody. Let me get this straight. So Anthony acts like the aggressor, like he's the tough guy. Like he doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to listen to what anybody has to tell him. But the moment somebody demonstrates the same energy, give him a shove, he has to resort to stabbing. Seems like it doesn't sound like self-defense to me. It sounds like a guy who thought he was tough until he suffered the consequences for it. Good job, Anthony. You're in prison now. Yep. Karmelo said, y'all gonna make Me lose my mind up in here, up in here. You're gonna make me act a fool up in here, up in here. True Trinity and Anthony B acting a fool. They put money down on a house and truck. I'm sure they're already being robbed and foreclosed. Yeah, they're gonna be robbed by other black people. That's the thing, though. You're so right, Robbie, because like they literally bought a house with the fundraiser that was supposed to go to Carmelo Anthony's case, right? And they're like, oh, I'll just buy a house. And this is okay. This is after like the fact that the mother was like, I hope Jerry has mercy on my son. I hope so, but she couldn't be bothered putting any money that the fundraiser was being raised for Anthony's case to put money, that same money, into his case. So ironic, right? Repoed. Oh, I read robbed. My phone. Yeah, my bad. I read robbed because like my phone is stupid cracked. You would get it, but me bad. Yeah, it says repoed. I gotta see it now. I didn't see it at first. Oh man, it's doing that again. Hold on. Does this thing where like give it time. All right, we're good. I think good. Now this is about the Wigger dude. Wiggers are crashing out on TikTok over Karmelo Anthony. I want to read. I'm gonna play this one.
You cannot. I am praying to God that Karmelo Anthony gets found innocent, because a lot of these white folks need to understand you cannot go around putting your hands on people and expecting nothing to happen. You cannot go around talking shit to people and expecting nothing to happen. That's your white privilege. You've been around the white folks too long. You think nobody gonna put hands on you or do nothing to you.
I'm just gonna say, like, hey, white guy, white, just listen closely, white guy. I guarantee you, while you're dressed like this, dressed uncivilized, acting like your typical black gangster, you walk up to a group of black people and go, hey, what's up, homies? And they go, jump this bitch ass white, and you're just getting jumped, you're getting your ass kicked, you go, stop, help, stop, and they're like, fuck you, crackhead motherfucker, nigga. They're just beating the shit out of you, stomping your face in and doing that stuff because you're white. It's like, and you're just looking up, going, what did I do, my niggas? Why you jumping me, my niggas? And because you said nigga, them black folks be like, oh, you said nigga, stab that bitch. And they're taking it out a knife and stabbing you. Like, this is exactly, because you're trying to be like people that actually don't like you. Literally. The demographic you're trying to be like, I'm not this. Let's just be quite frank here. You're dressed like them. You're acting like them. You're wearing a chain, and you think you're tough talking like this. You got tattoos, and the first thing you're doing is like, I don't know, like that's what you're doing. That's how you're talking. Can I ask, like, may I ask you, what made you think this is cool? Like, why do you think this is cool? This is sadly pathetic, dude. You would be jumped just for being white. Literally. And it's like, you can't just go around putting your hands on people. You have white privilege. Well, hey, guy, I don't know if this is like for show or something, but let me just say this. Look, all right? Why would you want to dress like them? Okay, clearly you're going for a look. Clearly you're talking like them. Why are you going for this look? Seriously. Like, what are you trying to prove with this one? Like, look at this guy. Like, he's wearing his hat backwards. He's talking like a black dude would in the hood. He's acting like them. And he's acting like the tough guy. Like, you don't go around putting your hands on people. Well, hey, like, what do you think of a person inserting themselves in a place where they're not wanted? So, like, Like you should. Well, don't do anything about it. Like, is that you're gonna be your defense for Karmelo Anthony? Well, he's just being there. Like, you just leave him be. Like, he's not bothering anybody outside of being in your space. Like, just leave him be, right? Right. And this is the thing, though. This is the thing, though. You're choosing to act like a group of people that choose to hate white people, right? Which is literally the minority group of black. Well, not just minority group of black people, right? The same black people that dress like that, right? And you're choosing to dress like that. So why would you even want to look like them or sound like them? Why do you want to sound like uncivilized people? I've went through videos of black people threatening to kill other people, including other black people, for their beliefs. And those were Karmelo Anthony supporters. Like, get this? They are Karmelo Anthony supporters, and so are you, and you're defending a murderer. And you're part of a group of people that literally are threatening others because they're white or they're defending Alston McAuliffe. Do you really understand, Stan, and what is going on here? This is why people want their safe spaces. Yep. Everyone, buddy, around the world hates you. Even the sun hates you. It's called the Karmelo effect. Yeah, pretty much. We'll call this the Karmelo effect. Well, since Karmelo made it seem cool to act like a thug, well, I'm just gonna dress like a thug. Like, seriously. Like, why would you even look like that? Okay, now here's the thing. Here's another thing. Like, this is something a lot of black people are against. But what about wearing nice dress shirts, suits and ties, shaking hands, acting civilized, reading books, right? Like, you got people like that doing that. That's the white thing, but Asians, Hispanics, Latinos, and black people do all that. They act civilized and do all that. But here is this guy doing the thing a typical, basically unintelligent and uncivilized black person dressing as how they would be doing, right? Right? And who also hate white people. In fact, a lot of them are scared of books, right? A lot of them are school. In fact, they're so enclosed about their culture and about their people that any other person trying to utilize or try to participate in their culture, they hate. In fact, they want people out of it. They don't want any other ethnicity participating in the same culture group that they are. In fact, they don't like that. They don't like Asians selling weed. They didn't. They hate it when they participate in their culture, despite the fact they live amongst other Asian, Latinos, Hispanics, and whites that may want to participate in the same things, but they're like, no, you can't do that. That's ours. So, like, they're the gatekeepers of their own culture. They don't like sharing. Meanwhile, you got other people from different countries coming into America with the culture backgrounds, loving the idea of people celebrating their culture. Like, this was tested by a guy who went around dressing like the cultures of the backgrounds of other countries. The only people that didn't like it were university students. But you go to the countries, they loved their culture being celebrated. You get my point. So this guy is dressing like them, and they're going to look at him like, look at this freaking rat cracker. He think he want to be us and shit. Let's jump his ass. That's probably what one of them thinks. And I have a lot of black friends considering that fact, but there's going to be a group of other black people that are going to look at him that don't know him and think, look at this rat cracker motherfucker. I'm fucking him up, man. You're taking a culture. You're doing that. Yep. And 4, you have to convince 12 jurors that a reasonable civilian would have done the same thing to defend yourself. If you have the ability to leave the situation, self-defense goes out the window. That part is true. Very true. You're an idiot. Whatever you say. Continuing.
Hands on people.
I already played this. So, like, you can't put your hands on people. Listen to this.
Charleston White are crying about Karmelo Anthony.
All white jewelry, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. You cannot make me believe that as many gray-haired white women on that jewelry that's dealing with white going to heaven is not going to have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school. Has no history of violence. This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent brute with some sexual rape allegations hanging on his ass. Yeah.
Like, Charleston White literally just decides to lie about Austin McAuliffe. Like, this is what I mean. People have to go out of their way and lie about Austin McAuliffe to make him look bad, to even remotely murder. Like, this is what I mean. They don't care about the morality of the situation. They'll lie. And they'll be like, well, maybe it isn't so bad that he murdered him. Like, this is what you're hearing. Hello, Ton.
Yeah.
You's a dumb as guilty as a cheating whore with gonorrhea. Ain't nothing you niggas can cry and say about it. Niggas, time after time, would rather defend someone because they're black rather than defending law and order. Listen here, niggas. There are many black-on-black versions of the Karmelo Anthony case that happen every fucking day that black people don't want to talk about. Long before it happens to...
That's very true. Let's talk about this. There is like a case. You'll find many cases of just people attacking other black people. It's just so many cases of it. But why are black people so silent about this? How come they don't like talking about it? How come? How come they don't protest about it? How come they don't talk about it? How come they don't care about that? Because the only reason why they'll care about anything is as long as the white person is involved. They need to attach some sort of feeling that they're oppressed and they're victims because they haven't amounted to anything in their life. Meanwhile, you got guys like this, very intelligent black people who are also doctors, lawyers, cops, right? There's even another video I reviewed yesterday about a guy in Africa who was trying to say, hey man, who was passionately defending Austin McAuliffe, going, hey man, black people aren't just from America, they're also from Australia, Africa, they can be from many places. That's true, there's a lot of black people that are born in many places nowadays. Meanwhile, you got black people just acting a fool, supporting a murderer just because he's black. Yep, there we go. Hello, Paul.
White person. You niggas don't give a fuck about these kids. And fuck the family of Karmelo Anthony. Raised all this damn money. How many black bitches are raising kids like Karmelo Anthony? How many black kids have been murdered, no different than Austin Metcalf, for the smallest shit by these little niggas? You niggas are more concerned about being right against white than being right at all. Fuck you niggas. And do better, niggas. Dumbass niggas like Charles.
There we go. Very smart black man. Andre, I love you. Very good. Now this one I wanted to...
People. White people have tried to convince everybody that they are superior because they are insecure. White people have no purpose up until the moment somebody else creates something. White people don't come up with shit on their own. They're conquering everybody else's shit. Okay?
You conquer everybody. You take everybody. Remember, white people invented bombs, firearms, all that stuff, built cities, did all that, built your cultures, farms and all that stuff, civilized societies. There we go. White people think they're superior and shit. You're better than me, us and shit. Maybe there are white supremacists that actually think this, okay? But here's the thing, alright? What about the black supremacists that go around wanting to kill white people? Where's your hatred for them, Oh, wait a minute. It's justified because white people and shit, right? Right. Let's go.
This is the thing. If all of us collectively realize that
foundations of black Americans invented everything you use today. That's not true.
they have no purpose, they serve no purpose, they don't create nothing, they will no longer have any power. Their power comes from us believing that they are better than everybody else when they literally have no fucking business. They are fucking useless up until the point somebody else creates something for them to heal.
Like what? What did the black people create that white people stole? Huh? I wait for that one.
This is why I will never give a fuck about anything that's
enough. And talking about the stealing part, like, what is the demographic rate of who's the bigger theft here? Stealing? Isn't that kind of ironic that you're talking about this? Ironic? Look at the crazy eyes, by the way. Look at that. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. At least I think you're smarter than the lady going off of Reddit posts there as facts. But let me just say this, okay? Like, let's just say this. All right. Let's just look at it this way. Hey, black people were sold into slavery, right? There was an Atlantic slave trade, but it was white people that started working. I already talked about William Ford, or whatever his name is. I don't remember his entire name, but he started working on stopping the Atlantic slave trade. It is a white man that signed the Emancipation Proclamation Act. It was the white man that got the 15th Amendment signed so colored people can vote, right? And it was a white man that helped get the Civil Rights Act signed, right? White people don't have no power of us no more yet, because we literally gave you affirmative action. We gave you these things, not because we thought we were superior, but because we believed in human rights, just like you guys talk about. And the funny thing is, you probably don't even know what human rights is. A lefty tune cannot define what a human right is. I'm kidding you not. That's it. So we're going.
Other black people knew who they were, truly knew who they were. Bitch, a person cannot create shit on their own. You have to wait literally for somebody else to create in order for you to have a purpose. Bitch, you can't tell me anything.
I bet you the only thing she knows a black person invented was peanut butter. The only thing she knows a black person ever invented. That's the only thing. She probably will bring that up and be like, I don't know in shit, but we invented everything in shit, like peanut butter and stuff. We invented everything in shit. Yeah, that's that. White people stole land, culture, and invention. What? Like what? What invention?
They could leave 1,000 fucking hate comments on my page. I swear for God, it holds no weight because, bitch, you're fucking useless.
I mean, it holds no weight because the whole comment section would collapse under it. Get the reference I'm talking about, you fat bitch? Go. So, yeah. Shout out to this. That was not a good little sign. Oh, yeah. It really seems like people were falling to tails. Sensationalized, I can't read. Rumors at public opinion versus actual facts. Here are the lies from social media court. It was a cleat sharpener. A cleat sharpener wouldn't kill somebody like that. What do you mean it was a cleat sharpener? He got jumped by multiple people, also a lie. Confirmed that Anthony refused to leave, and it was at best a shove. Nobody jumped him. Otherwise, there would have been no stab. Anthony was literally getting jumped by two big dudes, stomped in. He just wouldn't be able to fight back. Sorry, not sorry, I'm sorry. Outrage, see what I mean? People like this make it about the skin color. People like this make it about the skin color. The jury was completely white. Again, falling into my point, it's a racial now. They only care about the skin color. Like, they're looking at the skin color and say, well, it's white, so therefore, like, that guy's white and that guy's black, so therefore, like, I'm going to side with the black guy. That's all they care about. Here are the facts from the actual case in trial. He was never jumped. So, good job, Dion Joseph. I love you. And we got this. We got this Andre Williams, very smart man. Drake went live revealing that he will be donating $800K to 19-year-old Karmelo Anthony and his family after he was sentenced to 35 years for murdering a 17-year-old Austin McCall. I gotta make sure he is protected in prison. He got commissary. I got $800K for Karmelo.
So you know.
Let's listen to this.
Whoa. If you ask me why I'm not allowed to go to the games.
I'm not allowed to go to the games. Oh, gee, I wonder why, Drake. I wonder why. Who would have guessed? Hey, we can only guess, right?
When they're out of town. Because they asked me kindly not to attend for safety reasons, and I obliged because...
Safety reasons. It wasn't for his safety, by the way.
I have respect for the league. So, you know. But I'm here. I'm in the city. And that's what matters. Ben, pay me my money. Ben, stop thinking of things to type on my live and pay me my money. Go scrounge together that change for me, my man. Yeah.
Okay, that's creepy, guy.
So all jokes aside, you got very lucky.
Great.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Listen, you could debate and analyze. You could go on ESPN.com /message boards / we don't give a shit, and you could comment on there.
Yeah, honestly, he didn't say anything about the you know. Okay, so I don't know why Fade even posted that. Like, Drake didn't even talk about that. Like, Fade, what are you doing? Ooh, listen, let's look at this.
Hey, bro. Motherfucking
Yeah, totally normal behavior by these same individuals. Like, they just are very civil. This is exactly what you're supposed to do. You just go up and assault people because you think they're Jerry and you're right. That's exactly what normal humans do.
Jerry selection?
Fucking bitch.
When you on Jerry selection?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, the hell you was.
Never been on jury selection.
Was.
Like, see what I mean? Like, you let me on jury. Like, yes, you was. I'm gonna assault you for something I can't even prove, but mostly because you're white. That's exactly what it is. Spoke to the 68 viewers, yay. So, Santa got anti-black poster. I don't know, like, there's some good information about, like, dude, calm down.
Right, want you out,
So, like,
ma'am.
Yeah.
You have to leave.
this is relative to the Karmelo Anthony because he's posting about how actually, like, these same people like this feel like they're entitled to stay even though they're actually.
For the day.
I'm not leaving for the day.
You don't have a choice. You have to leave. The library staff wants you out. You have to go for the day. You'll be charged with criminal trespassing and taken to jail.
Okay. They charged me with criminal trespassing and called the police.
I am the police.
You're not the police.
Ma'am, you need to go.
Oh, god damn, Cash App.
Man, why is my audio so bad? Hold on. It's so bad, man. It's like, I hate it. Why did it do that?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Like, no, she's just not leaving. She's like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna leave. You know, I don't have to leave. I'm just gonna stay.
Ma'am, you need to go. If you make us arrest you, they're going to not let you come back in. If you can walk out, you just got to go for the day. So you get up and leave now,
Or what?
or I take you to jail. If stand up and turn her wrist. Put your hands behind your back.
So, this is kind of relative to the Anthony case, and I see the point he was trying to make. Like, Anthony was being asked to leave, right? I see myself glitching. That's the thing. It's so weird. Hold on. Let me go back. I'm gonna. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there we go. The creation of weapons predates the existence of modern racial categories. The earliest weapons were crafted by early human ancestors in Africa millions of years ago. Yeah, people weren't originally from Africa, by the way. First of all. 2, white people invented firearms, bombs, airplanes. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Utilities, cities, built them, did all that. Gave you affirmative action, right? All that. Weapons did not originate from Africa. Okay? So, yeah. But anyway, this is a point. They don't like leaving. I don't really care for that one. Some of the things. Okay, so this guy lies about this one, but I'm going to pass this one. Okay, here's a video I want to review. So, it appears to be a dude thug. I don't know what background ethnicity is in, but he acts similar to the certain demographic that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like the same wigger guy, talks like them, acts like them. You get my point. I think it's cool, so they do that.
Get that girl right now! Who is that girl?
So a thug attacked her for whatever reason. She's defending herself, really. And this thug, whatever the case may be, there's no real picture, but it was a white lady, white gal, defending herself, clearly, and running away. And the teacher defending that thug that decided that he'd be cool attacking a chick. So, yeah. There we have it. Yeah, I love this one. Immortanzit. This photo was taken because they want us to perceive Karmelo Anthony as a criminal. I'm pretty sure the murder charge indicates he's a murderer. What's with the frickin' Hold on, I gotta make sure this is just making sense. Hold on, give me a sec. What's with the frickin' So, I'm just checking audio. Let me check audio. Alright, let me roll the finger food. What the frickin' kind of frickin' Give me a second. Focus furry trans shit are you into? Is that something? Alright.
If you make us arrest you, they're gonna not let you.
Okay, so it's okay. Everything seems to be okay. Everything seems to be okay. Yeah, the quality is great. It's crashed, I know. Yeah, the quality. Sorry about that, but I'll improve it later in the days. So, I'll take it. Hold on, I think it's doing it again. I gotta take it. Hold on, I think it's doing it again. I'll take it. It's weird. I don't know why he does that. It glitches out, and sometimes it gets good. Geez, stop doing that. People want to see freaking videos like that. Maybe I should change the HD. Trump and his ignorant followers are the true thugs. Somebody clearly just talk about Trump in my stream because they got nothing better to do. Hey, fuck Trump. Fuck him. Dude, what does Trump have to do with any of this? Free Mello. No, keep him in prison. But anyway, this lady, this photo was taken because they want us to perceive Karmelo Anthony. He murdered somebody. He literally murdered somebody. Yeah, free Karmelo. They want Karmelo free. Anyway, yeah. They just want us to perceive him as a criminal when he just stabbed somebody and killed somebody in self-defense, which involves a white guy, and a white guy in the proximity is enough to be self-defense to stab him. So that's what it is. Get over it, dude. Move on. Austin is in hell with Kirk, dude. Get it. Get over it, dude. Move on. Yeah. Karmelo Anthony is going to prison, and his ass is green-lighted, and people are gonna more than likely kick his ass. Karmelo's guilty of murder. Get over it. Okay. And making pizza for the devil is Karmelo Anthony. How do you know if he's not? How do you know? How do you know if he's in hell? Yeah, 21 witnesses lied. The coaches, the cops, and the jury are all racist, apparently. Yeah, because every single one of them had a bias against some random black dude they didn't know. That's exactly what happened. Which is a whole ball get into. So, moving on. Okay, this is one I wanted to talk about. You're gonna love this one, by the way. Dumbest.
They would breed our women and force them to have C-sections.
But by the way, like, she's claiming like white slave owners may forced black women breed and have C-sections. A C-section is actually blood after birth, by the way. But yeah, this is it. She's gonna claim
Without fucking anesthesia. And the breeding farms, y'all, they didn't go away after slavery was abolished. It still happened.
Oh boy.
If you look into the father of gynecology,
this is
that man literally said black people don't experience pain, therefore he would not give the to give birth, even down to having a fucking C-section, bro. And as somebody who had a C-section and almost died, this shit just brought me to tears.
Yep.
Women were forced to be sleeping with over 100 men in one day. 100 men.
Just,
and if they weren't to get pregnant, they would get beat. They would get literally limbs removed. They would be tortured.
What the fuck?
And this happened to men too. Breeding farms, you guys. Breeding farms. When I say The Handmaid's Tale.
By the way, I don't live in a trailer park, John, but yeah, I agree. My quality is really bad. It shouldn't be that bad, honestly. It's so weird. I should really start changing it up. But yeah.
It started with this book, Black AF History. This is the stuff they don't teach you in schools.
Probably because it's not true. Wait, what the fuck? I just saw that glitch. Probably because it's not true. Yeah. I saw that. Let me back just in case.
They would be tortured. And this happened to men too. Breeding farms, you guys. Breeding farms. When I say The Handmaid's Tale.
True. By the way, slight work. We're going to cover that in a bit.
It started with us. This book, history. This is the stuff they don't tell you about in schools because this is America unwhitewashed.
You do realize they're teaching critical race theory, right? Right. And if that was the case, they would use that book. And there's a reason why they're not teaching it, because it's actually not true.
One black slave was forced to breed over 200 children.
The fuck? What? What?
One white slave owner had over 600 children by slaves. 600.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
And once they would have the baby, they were forced to go back in the field. And either the baby would be given away, taken away. And that's how the whole adoption process started. The adoption process has been shady since the beginning, because a lot of times
there's actually really no adoption like that in the process. Like, what? She's out of her mind.
Started with taking.
Black kids would not be adopted. The best. Like, they're just part of the group now. If black women gave birth to one, like, that's literally not how that worked. They weren't adopted. They're just now slaves too. That's it.
Away slave babies that were the offspring of the master and the slave, because he didn't want his wife to find out that he was sleeping with the slaves. It's a lot of dark shit that went on in the fucking history of this country, and more people need to fucking know about it. When I tell y'all, everybody needs to get this book, read it. I don't care if you get it from the library, I don't care where you get it from. You need to read it and understand that this is the history of America. Literally nothing much has changed.
Actually, here's the thing. First of all, she doesn't even reference what the book is. Hold on, let me check my audio. Actually, here's the thing. First of all, she doesn't even reference. Okay, so I have to check my audio every now and then because it cuts out, right? But it's fine. So going over this. Okay, first of all, one, the book she just talked about, she didn't even mention it. She didn't reference it. She didn't even reference anything. She just briefly went over it. It's not peer-reviewed, clearly. She didn't mention it's peer-reviewed. She didn't give a citation of where she got it or why it's even trustworthy. That's one thing. And two, there's actually really no actual proof of breeding farms of black women, nor were they forced to breed. That literally is a fabricated lie. That literally was a lie. That was a perpetrated lie. And it's been a narrative that people have been going for some time now. The real thing is, black people were just farm hands. They were used as farmers in agriculture to pick crops. That's it. That's all. They weren't being taken to sheds. Hey, have sex with this random black dude or whatever, have sex with this guy. That never happened. It's not even true. It reminds me of a black lady saying, like, after slavery, a bunch of white people started going around being cannibals eating black people. I just remember that. It was just so insane. Like, people will make up anything. People will make up anything just to be like, well, these things happen. More importantly, if you have to make up these things just to feel like the victim of something that never even happened to you, I think you really need to reevaluate your own life. None of those things were. The book she was reading wasn't even peer-reviewed. It wasn't even true. None of the things she read was even true. It can be easily disproven with a fact check by a Google search where that book comes from and what evidence there was behind. This is for views, so I'm out. No shit, Sherlock. Every culture has slaves. Yes, that's true. Every culture has slaves. Happy Pink History Month. He's not a black American, besides the fact here is another one. Over 99% of black Americans commit zero violent crimes in the USA. Says this man with clearly cited sources of his information, right? Right. Yeah, this is just the people that will make up just about anything. Oh, another one. Here's another.
think we can. Hey, don't even curse. Don't even curse. What are you talking about? Hey, don't even curse. That came to us. Don't even curse like that. Hey, they trying to kick us out, right? Cause we was shot for shit. We didn't even take nothing. We told them to check us. We was here yesterday. Y'all ain't say shit. Came in a group. It was more than this. Fuck is you guys saying right now? Hey, chill. You don't even have to spaz. You don't have to spaz. But look, y'all is racist. Yeah. Hey, this dude right here. You been following me the whole time, gang. As soon as I stepped foot in this bitch, you was following me. Hey, you weird as hell. He came out of nowhere. Like this. No, bro. Like this.
Keep in mind, they're just being asked to leave, and they're mad about that. Like, you've been following me, bro. Well, you've been following me.
All we did was ask you to leave. You don't need to be this confrontational. What am I leaving for, gang? I'm not the one I'm leaving for. I just asked you to leave the store. You should know the reason, though, right? Yes or no?
He doesn't have to know the reason. If he's being asked that this guy is causing trouble, please tell him to leave. He should tell you to leave. And it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to tell you the reason. Like, this is the problem with these people. They'll be like, well, like, why do I have to leave? Like, what are you kicking me out for, man? Like, I could be here whenever I want. They have this strange entitlement that they could just be there whenever they want, and like intrude, just because, like, oh, well, like, you can't kick us out. Like, what the hell? Listen, dude. Like, if you're being asked to leave and it's not your property, just leave. Like, why even fight about it? It makes no sense. I am a black supremacist. Good for you, buddy. I love you. Jesus is king. MAGA actually care about the black community. Libtards want to use them to their advantage. Patriot might be right. Privilege is far more of an issue, and you will find this out. White privilege doesn't exist for proof. Whites LMAO, but they think so special still too sure why. So special, like John learned to write. Well, truth bomb. I'm a strong black man, and I identify as a white, proud lesbian. Okay. That's one thing. We have you on camera. Can you please leave? Lol, what works? I don't know. God, he can't read. Learn to write, buddy. Jesus Christ. Don't use the Lord in vain like that, John. An ant bit me on my knee. Reading isn't illegal, dude. I said learn to write. It's not illegal to learn to write. John, why are you even here, buddy? He's clearly mad. Black John, yeah. Good advice, actually, you know. It's just get him out of here. People that just want to disrupt the chat just for the sake of it. Yeah, black me. Whatever. Continue.
You guys were using foul language and calling employees. My badge off, and you were threatening me. You were messing around upstairs.
What did I tell you?
Guns that
what did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I say?
Like, they're just looking for an argument. Like, they're looking for a confrontation here. He's just looking for a confrontation here. He's just being asked to leave, and he's like, what do I need to like, man? Stop it. Like, I should be here whenever I want.
I'm not gonna go.
What did I say to you, bro?
We're just
We're
asking you to leave.
Get your goofy ass on, blood. You weird as hell. The moment we stepped foot in this bitch, you was right here behind us the whole time.
Probably because he was near the door. Like there are going to be security guards that are just near the door, and it's like, wait, why is this security guard standing near the door? It's so convenient that he was there at that moment that I walked in, man. Following me, man. That's the thing. He racist. Yep. So this is one. So it turns out, like, a deputy off duty was trying to detain a black man. Kind of just getting mad about an order he made, and he was like disrupting the peace. So let's.
cell phone video captured some of that fight between 41-year-old Anthony Santi and 23-year-old Javon Taylor. Witnesses tell KMBC the fight may have lasted as 10 minutes.
10 minutes of this guy just being pinned down and messed with? Dang, man, that's kind of embarrassing. You're getting held down by an old man. He's not really killing him. The guy just keeps resisting arresting because this is an off-duty sheriff, cop, right? So he's trying to arrest him and he keeps...
On Taylor's girlfriend pulled out a gun and ultimately killed Anthony Santi.
So she killed the cop. What's new? Black people killing cops. At least a certain part of black people. You know? Yeah, what are the odds? Things never change. Yeah, it just this guy just holding that black dude down. He doesn't even look like he's trying to hurt him, for one. He's just trying to detain him. Doesn't even look like he's trying to hurt him. Just detaining him, holding him down. Clearly just strong, right? And the black guy just trying to resist, and he's just not able to fight him off. That's fine. Here's some normal, very civil, actual nice behavior from others.
Blood on the tip when he drop. How the fuck he's gonna stop me and shit? Niggas going out back, Marlo out the box. I sound when he died. The fuck with his floor, but I got side. Nigga go text my phone, talk about he don't like my shit. He got stopped behind night. Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck he's gonna stop me and shit? Niggas going out back, Marlo out the box. I sound when he died. The fuck.
Look, they're so very, very civil. They completely are about human life and care about the morality of the situation and not about the skin color. Obviously not.
With his floor, but I got side. Nigga go text my phone, talk about he don't like my shit. He got stopped behind night. Once I coughing up blood, he think he got Ebola. Nigga sit to the spittle.
I'm so cool. Like, yeah, look, like Austin died. Yeah, like. It's so cool, a white guy died and the black guy killed him and stuff, like, but how dare you convict that same guy that was willing to kill somebody, a murderer, when it was a white guy he killed? That's racist.
Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck he's gonna stop me and shit?
Not even kids are doing it. It's totally normal behavior that he's being promoted. Total number.
Niggas going out back, Marlo out the box. I sound when he died. The fuck with his floor, but I got side. Nigga go text my phone, talk about he don't like my behind night. Once that shit was over, coughing up blood, he think he got Ebola. Nigga sit to the spittle, he couldn't wait. Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck he gonna stop me and shit? Niggas going out back, Marlo out the box. I sound when he died. The fuck with his floor, but I got side. Nigga go text my phone, talk about he don't like my shit. He got stopped behind night. Once that shit was over, coughing up blood, he think he got Ebola. Nigga sit to the spittle, Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck he gonna stop me and shit? Niggas going out back, Marlo out the box. I sound when he died. The fuck with his floor, Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck he gonna stop? Niggas going out back, Marlo out the box. Sound when he died. The fuck with his side.
Does he have like literal pigtails? Is that a dude? Was that a dude?
Text my phone, talk about.
Look,
like my city.
Look at this. This is a dude. This is a straight up dude. Why is his hair like this? What the fuck? Why, dude? Like, what kind of shit is he going for? Is that like some sort of afro pigtail or whatever? Like, why did he make his freaking like what? Like, seriously? Is he like, what is this? This guy's probably one of the most sexually confused black person you ever come across. Like, he's still wondering if he should have cut off his genitalia. Yeah.
Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck he shit? Niggas going out back, Marlo out the.
I like how she just shows off her dudes bouncing. But hey, still normal behavior from these people that totally understand self-defense and just clearly just want justice for the right cause. They actually care about the morality and people and humans. It's totally not about the skin color. Totally not.
Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck he's gonna stop me and shit? Niggas going out back, Marlo out the box. Sound when he died. Austin.
So, there we go. That's your people, everybody. That's your people celebrating a murderer murdering somebody. That's your people. That's your guys. I don't know what else to tell you, people, but is my audio better, by the way? It's gotten so much better. I mean, the quality. Look at the quality. Holy shit. The quality is so much better, it's amazing to me. Guys, you have no idea. It's so great. The little education system is fun. I agree, Capinus. But no, seriously, I think my quality is better. How do you guys... Is the quality on your end better? Let me know. Quality has bothered me. Well, it got kind of sort of worse. Hold on, let me keep it in one spot. Yeah, it's doing it again. Sometimes it does this, but whatever. Maybe if I slow it down a bit. Nice tarp for me. This low budget platform. I'm not a big platform, so yeah. But hey, thanks for stopping by. So like, okay, so let's just read this. Yeah. So the moment I bring up the quality, it just gets bad again. What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on. So weird. So weird. Yeah, you're using I am using neighborhood Wi-Fi. Well, let's just review this one, okay? Obama Wi-Fi from the tarp head. Oh, cool. This is a result of Karmelo verdict. America has told white kids that they can kill black and will not go to jail. America has told black kids that they don't have a right to self-defense, cannot carry a weapon, and they cannot use it to when being attacked by white kids. Okay, so let me just say this, Kevin Parks, before I get to the woman, okay? Alright, so what if I told you, like, I guarantee you, some people like Kevin Blurs would get mad that the disproportionate amount of white people versus black people attacking white people and white people attacking black people is disproportionately more by white people than vice versa. So he'd probably get mad about that and just be like, oh, you're racist, right? But even addressing the point that he says, oh, people say it's okay for white kids to kill somebody. No, actually, white people are told to have guilt for the black person because of what they experienced in the past. So clearly we know this. They're teaching critical race theory in the education system now. It is in fact told that, well, because you're white, that you should feel guilty. So there's that. Yeah, yep, exactly. So the host reads like Trump. Greater, thank you. Anyway, the point being about all of this is that when it comes down to like the who gets to kill who, it's not okay. It's clearly not okay. But when a black person, their only defense is, well, Karmelo is black, so he had to be defending himself. So literally. So like, okay, let's listen to this.
Came across this. Right, so I just came across this video of these white kids being very disrespectful towards black people. I'm trying to tell y'all now, Cajun kids is gonna try your children this summer. Y'all better have your ready for our black community. It's gonna be a spicy summer. Here you go.
So, like, okay, so the comparison between this of white kids being black people being racist, quote unquote, versus a black kid stabbing a white kid. See, this is what I mean. They're making it about a race. So to them, it's a-okay for a black person to stab a white person. As it's self-defense if that's the case, right? Let's do that. But it's a crime against humanity for white people to say racial slurs. Think about that. You will see black people lose their shit if a white person says the N-word. They fly off the handle. Like there was a moment where a group of black women were saying racial slurs to a white lady, and before the train completely closes, she says the N-word, and the black ladies lose their shit and run after her, but couldn't get to her, banging on the door, upset that the white lady called them the N-word. This is the point here. They don't care about the morality of the situation. They just care about the skin color. And they'll use any reason. They'll justify any reason to attack you. As long as you look like the racist. Say what you want to say. Yeah, I'm saying what I want to say. What about Howard? Nice. Everybody does crime, idiot. No shit, Sherlock. You are thirsty as hell. Yeah, right. No, Austin should have kept his damn hands to himself. Yeah, it's always the same argument. He just should have kept his hands to himself and stuff. Like, can I just say, like, murder's not justified here? It's not okay to murder people. Okay. That's it. There's no question to have. She apparently said she would have stunned if a 300-pound man is beating me, like on top, as if she would have a chance to grab her backpack and pull out a knife, if that was even the case. But good to know that she incited that she would even murder people. But this is a politician, mind you, and yeah, Jasmine Crockett, Jasmine Cocksucker, over here. Yep. A 70-year-old black recently stabbed to death a store clerk in San Antonio, Texas, because he wouldn't sell him a $1 cigar. Ooh, that's not a good thing. Stealing people's music, calling it sampling. No one was bullied. Exactly, Casey. Exactly. But Jasmine Cocksucker thinks it's okay to stab people. There you go. There we go. Let's listen to this.
That's just to record and talk. Free Karmelo. You guys support Karmelo? Yes?
Who do y'all support?
Yes? We're just here with press just to record and talk to you guys and see what's going on. Okay.
I like how they're still trying to run with the story. Karmelo was bullied, despite it was a fabricated lie. They'll run with it. They'll say it up and down till they're blue in the face, despite the fact that it wasn't the case. Despite the fact that that is actually a lie made by the political commentators just to try to justify a murder. That'd be original, but it's true.
Okay, well, I'm just asking. Yeah.
They don't want to be recorded, bro. Move the camera, bro. They don't want to.
It's free speech. It's free.
Well, in public area, but I don't want to be recorded, buddy. Very normal behavior by these individuals. Very normal, very civil, and they totally just want civil discourse.
Why are you throwing stuff at us? Yeah, why are you throwing? What the hell is
assault? See, it's totally normal behavior by these same individuals that support Karmelo Anthony. Totally civil behavior by civilians that act appropriately, right? Right. Who cares what whites think? Well, you don't have to care, but here you are listening to me, Wilbert, caring about what I'm having to say. Okay. I seriously don't get it. I'm open for discourse, but most of the people that disagree with me came in with insults. Literally. Oh, fuck you, you're wrong, you're this, that, and the other, right? And just repeating the same claims, the same rhetoric. Austin McAuliffe, he's a bully, he's a rass, he jumped Anthony. All not true. Easily disproven. Like, you think these people would at least come up with some semblance of a thought on their own. But they don't.
All right, well, they're throwing water bottles at us while we're recording. By the way, signs right here that says self-defense is not a crime, should do no time. And there's also this sign right here says hands off.
Think about it, though. They don't even know what self-defense is. They can't even, I guarantee you, if you ask one of them, what is self-defense? It would, well, don't put hands on people. That's it. Like, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? Self-defense. Not putting your hands on people. You don't put somebody put your hands on you. You have a right to defend yourself. Okay, well, can you elaborate that? What do you mean by putting hands on you? Like, do you mean just a shove? Because that's what it was. Does that cause a knife and stabbing you? Just don't put your hands on people. Don't put your hands on people. He's defending himself. That's being retarded. Okay, that's being blatantly retarded and misunderstood and blatantly belligerent for the sake of it. You rather believe it was self-defense, ignoring the fact that the same kid was asked to leave and acted aggressive towards the people asking him to leave, which was everybody under the tent within the track meet.
White people, how is it living on EBT? Y'all, the main one using it. First of all, let's just say you did not invent internet. You did not. Black people aren't really known for inventing really anything. So there's that.
And this sign says, "We stand with you." I believe this is about Karmelo as well. And you'll see a picture right here of Karmelo Anthony. These are pictures probably from his Instagram. Self-defense is not a crime. So that's basically with the tensions being high here. You can see, I mean, we're not here to support anybody, but we're already having things thrown at us.
See, this is what I mean. You know what's worse? I've talked about this last stream, guys. Listen closely. I need to reiterate this because I don't want to make it seem like any black person doing any bad thing, therefore you assume every black person is bad. There are black people who are doctors, lawyers, and even you'll see some black people online be defending Austin McAuliffe, condoning the behavior, right? You'll see a lot of intelligent black people. So I need to make this point. Then you get black people like this. So let me tell you something. I made this point earlier. Black people, I know with the wigger guy who was white, wearing his cap backwards with the chain, blue shirt, like, y'all, man, you don't put your hands on people. You don't do that, man. You just don't do that, right? So, going forward with that one. You dress like that, cap backwards, blue shirt, chain, right? Acting all thug. Or do you dress nicely in a suit and tie, tuxedo, read books, doing this and that? You shake hands with people. And that's not a white thing. That's literally a civilized thing. White, Asians, Hispanics, Indians, Latinos, people do this. That's called being civilized. I think we all agree with that. But within a certain demographic, when it comes to the city, when you see a wigger wearing a backwards hat, blue shirt, and then you see black people who are very in turn and prideful about their own culture, about keeping things to themselves, that they want to live in an echo chamber, right? And exclude other people from it. They get mad about a white person rapping. They get mad about a white person dressing like them, acting like them, right? Sure, the white guy may have a lot of black friends, but I guarantee you, if a white guy goes up to a group of black people he doesn't know and says, "What's up, my homies?" he's getting jumped.
Fuck that white guy, right? Yeah, so here's the thing. Yeah, only an evil person could enslave people and terrorize them for centuries. Well,
black people have done that. Arabs have done that. Jews have done that, by the way, yeah. What else?
Russia, Asians, doesn't matter what culture. So I guess, yeah, you can't really blame just the white man, can you? Wait a minute, it was the white man that tried to end slavery. Never mind. I guess you can't really blame the white man at all.
Well, we don't have to do that.
Angry and upset. His family members. So you're agitated.
Oh, they're family members.
You're agitated.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
They're agitated. They're family members. So what? Are they like Carmelo Anthony's family? So somehow that justifies aggressive behavior. And this is the only woman who tried to like de-escalate things, and it's literally just one out of the entire group. Yeah, very, very, it's always like that. Yep. The white guy got put. Yeah, he's gonna be remembered, and you guys are making profits off an actual white guy who was an actual star. Meanwhile, supporting a murderer. I'm glad you guys have your morals in line. Yep. Yeah, they're so urgent as such. They want it to be about race, so we dress it. The color. Thank you, Jake.
All right, well, we don't have to go.
For subscribing. So, there's that. Oh, this is going to be fun. Watch these guys. Oh, man. They're performing voodoo rituals and witchcraft outside the Karmelo Anthony trial. Somebody's beeping, honking their horn outside. But anyway, some people practicing voodoo. Like people were performing voodoo for Karmelo Anthony. Totally normal behavior.
Hey, come on, get up. That shit is bad because you bring that guy. Now she must go. If I just kicked her, I would have been in jail right now. Don't agitate me because I'm really not going to. Okay, come across the street.
Totally normal behavior by such civilized individuals.
Don't ever speak to me. Okay, I'm peaceful.
You see what she's doing?
So now you calm. Calm down. I don't respect racist. You're a racist bitch. You're a racist bitch. What's your problem with my skin? What's your problem with my skin? I'm not racist. What's your problem with my skin? I don't have a problem with your skin.
What's your color of my skin?
Folks, we got witchcraft outside the Karmelo Anthony trial in McKinney, Texas. Not metaphorical, literal dirt drawings, sticks, bone, whatever that is on the ground. Harry Potter shirts, and hex attempts. If your justice movement needs voodoo dolls and ground sigils, maybe rethink the case. Open racial tribalism on display. Everything reduced to blacks versus America.
Can we just say this? Can we just say this? Who's really the racists here? And there's even a white dude. Dude, if a white person associates with black people like this, doing voodoo shit, just acting the fool, acting degenerate, honestly, that white person is very pathetic. The most pathetic person. You are pathetic. That's all I can say. This is one of my favorite ones. Those black people who white communities and they are integrated in social dating while having all white friends. They have adopted that culture mindsets through process or societal behavior associated with white people. So wait a minute. Acting like normal people, civilized people in society to these black people. Let's play the clip.
Statistically, you have a white partner, don't you? And to all the black people going against Carmelo, you got predominantly white friendships, don't you?
Why is she wearing that on her head? What is that even supposed to be? Is that supposed to be like a do-rag or something? Like, since she can't afford a wig, so therefore she wears a rag on her? Like, what's been the deal about that?
Statistically, a white partner, don't you? Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck it's giving. And
I love her like logic. Well, if you're defending Austin McKelvey, you must be dating a white person. Like that this is total tribalistic mindset. This is what that is. Like, if you don't think like they are, you're excluded. You should think they are. This is tribalistic. They don't care about the morality of the situation. They don't care about different opinions. Listen, they'll even threaten another black person just for a different opinion. Oh, how dare you betray us? You fake black man, we're gonna kill you. Mm-hmm. Yep. Very true, Moldy. Very true. Mm-hmm. Let's continue. Nah, this is one I really want to talk
people. People. They done found the photo of the judge, Jack Metcalf, the dad, having a celebration at a Christmas party. Thanks to Sam's Secret Service, he came with the proof, but I want to say he was having trouble confirming it. So I did my own investigation and
Yeah, man, I did my own investigation because I'm gonna tell the black man of a photo of that supposedly was a Christmas celebration that I don't even know what it was. I don't like it's proof though. Like it was hard to prove them, and maybe I could do a better job of proving it. Because I know everything about detective work.
little research myself just to confirm that the image is real and not AI generated. And it seems nobody have told Jack Metcalf to keep his Facebook page on private while the trial is active, because all of this evidence is all on his Facebook page.
Recently on his Facebook page. Looks more like his Instagram for one. On his Facebook page. Doesn't even look like his Facebook page. Like it looks like it's saved on gallery. Look at this photo. Look at this. Does this really look like a Facebook page? Does this even look like a Facebook page? Look at this. This doesn't even look like a Facebook page. Look at this. Jeff McAuliffe. It just says Jeff McAuliffe. Yeah, apparently. Popcorn and weeds, read all this. Yep. This doesn't even look like a Facebook page. Like, it turns out, like, some of these photos aren't even real. So, like, he just had these photos on his Facebook page or something? Like, what? Like, how would even one find them? Like, what?
All you have to do is search up Jeff Metcalf. It's right there.
And this random, that actually, like, it's so weird, and these generated photos that I saved in my gallery that I'm gonna call Jeff's Facebook page, it's so weird.
The jury have to be fucking kidding me. this not only proved that Karmelo is not guilty, but this case is fucking corrupt. They've been trying to play in our face.
They play in my face. Let's prove that random photos of people that on Christmas Day. This proves Karmelo guilty, not guilty actually. So he's not guilty because of Christmas photos that I found on Facebook page that didn't really exist until I just found them on the internet. That's all I did. But it's true though. It's true.
This whole fucking time. And it's all just out there in the public. We need to get the fucking to see this shit. This does not sit right with me.
Okay, so let's just continue this before I finish.
It's a bunch of bullshit. Don't dismiss this case and throw this fucking case out and give Karmelo a not guilty. I don't think this is going to sit well with the community, especially with all of this evidence and proof out. That's something that they damn sure don't want to deal with.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase about why everything he brought up is irrelevant.
Found the photo of the judge.
Okay, so the judge and Jeff, I think John is his name, the judge, right? Whether they were friends or not has nothing to do with the case, okay? Whether they're friends or not, maybe they shared a drink or two, who knows, right? It literally means nothing to the case. It has nothing to do with the murder. Whether they knew each other or not, they didn't have known if there was going to be a murder case when it came to Anthony. So it doesn't matter if they're hanging out on Christmas Day, hanging out, having a blast, okay? It just doesn't matter. All right? So that's one thing. Conflict of interest doesn't matter. It shouldn't, something like that wouldn't even be able to affect the case if the murder charge was right there. And the only way you could even say if there was a conflict of interest at all is if there was a black judge, by the way, which black judges in the past have been known. I can talk about those details about how the guy on the bus driver, black dude, stabbed a liberal white woman who was released, let go of charges based on insanity cases, right? Right. So there are cases of which, there are false mistrials. There are false. So there can be a conflict of interest. Here, I can't really accept this one because literally, the murderer, Karmelo Anthony, literally murdered somebody. The evidence is there. The intent was there. You cannot prove otherwise. There's no way. Until then, which you cannot prove. If somehow, some way, magically you prove, which you won't, that will not change. So whether he was John or Jeff were friends or not, doesn't matter because justice was served to a murderer. Now, point two. Whether Jeff and John are friends is actually not true anyway. Like, that was a fabricated lie. Lies just to try to say, well, Anthony is not guilty. See, look, like they're friends, so they're just gonna find him guilty because he's black, because they're friends. See, this shows you that's still about racial. It's about the race of the person, not the actual crime itself. It's not about the morality itself. It tells you something, because even if they were friends, first of all, Anthony still murdered somebody, and he was going to be convicted of murder based on the evidence at hand. So assuming that there would be a conflict of interest, either way, is irrelevant because it wouldn't matter because he was still going to be convicted regardless. So there's that. And to try to even insinuate, to try to say, well, there's a conflict of interest, to just try to get Anthony free, try to paint him as this innocent person wouldn't have worked anyway. But even so, it was a fabricated lie just to do this. That's beyond pathetic. Beyond pathetic. Anyway, let's go. More. Let's check this one.
Self-defense is not a crime. Self-defense is not a crime. Self-defense is not a crime. Self-defense is not a crime.
Totally normal behavior.
Self-defense is not a crime. Self-defense is not a crime.
Just chanting self-defense is not a crime. Ask them what self-defense is. I guarantee you they're not going to know. They're not going to know anything. We went for an hour and 19 minutes. Nice. Great. They're not going to know. Just here's another. Let's look at this one.
Oh yeah, he's yeah.
You're a patient, yeah, man. He said some things about black people I don't like, man. Particularly about Karmelo, but it made it feel like he was talking about me, man.
And he's intentionally trying to fucking incite people.
Call him a watermelon felon.
Starts
talking mad shit.
Yeah, y'all don't deserve to have a child. Y'all need to. I hope CPS go look at the other 3 y'all got. He was going, my nigga. Man. Like he was talking for a long time.
And he's also. I'm not excusing it, but he's speaking through pain too. His son is still dead.
Well, let's be honest. The parents are not good. So, father to be like, CPS gotta look at your dumbasses because you guys are trashy parents buying $1 million house. That much the money was supposed to go to your son's case. You know what I'm saying? And you buy $1 million house, mansion, instead of like helping your son in a trial? I think it's not wrong to say, just saying.
Because pain.
Hold on. Mm-hmm.
Count that somebody else lost their teenage son.
No, one of the stages of grief is anger. I wouldn't be thinking like that if your son killed me and he's still alive and you can visit him and he can appeal. Listen, I think that Karmelo Anthony was wrongfully convicted. Based on all the evidence I've seen. I've done some more reading on it since the last time.
I think he was wrongfully convicted for stabbing and murdering somebody. Like, you just don't do that to people, man. Like, he just stabbed and murdered somebody. You shouldn't have convicted him.
We talked about it because I let y'all talk last time because I didn't have enough details. For appeal, thank God. Yeah, and they should. There's procedural stuff. There's all kinds of reasons. I still understand the mindset of the other guy. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying that I understand that if you think someone killed your kid for no
Well, Karmelo did kill a kid for no reason. Outside of the fact that he was being told to move.
reason, or out of whatever. The fact that he's going to prison for 35 years, which is a crazy sentence, by the way, especially what we've seen in Texas. We've seen kids even last year get 2 years, 5 years. But I could see how that wouldn't make you feel like justice was done. Justice, to me, which part of why I'm an abolitionist, is that justice is never done with prison sentences.
Mark, I can understand him addressing the parents with anger. But when you now start making blanketed statements about a whole race, that's past your job.
Yeah, like I didn't.
Well, he called Karmelo Anthony a watermelon felon, which is funny. Was he just talking about black people in general? No, he was not. He was referring to one particular person in one family. But man, him talk about that and it made me feel hurt, man.
Hear that? So what did he say?
He's pretty much
a watermelon felon.
Well, no, not just him. He's saying this is what you people do, and this is he's now speaking about a race.
Gotcha.
Clearly not. Like, clearly he's projecting now. Like, he's saying, well, now you're speaking about us all. Like, he's really projecting himself onto the family and feel like, well, it's skin color like mine, so he's all of this, so it's all of us. Like, see, it's all of us.
But he did say, though, at the beginning, let's not make this about race or politics.
That's bullshit. You can't say let's not make this about race and just say it's racist shit.
Exactly. Oh, he was corrected, so it wasn't even about. He just wanted to feel like he was a victim of something he was.
say that and then go on and start calling somebody a watermelon felon.
Actually, he has every right to say whatever he wants. I don't see a crime between calling somebody a watermelon felon.
I agree with your stance on this. I just view it a little.
The real justice happened. He defended himself by stabbing somebody for being asked to move.
Differently, right? Like, homeboy is grieving. Got that. Homeboy's all racist.
Yes.
Yeah. See, like, I don't know why you guys care about, like, whether there's a black person there or not. This is what I mean. You just care about the skin color. Like, oh, like, there's a white jury. These were white people. Like, come on, that's pathetic.
And I think he was racist before the grieving.
Way far.
I agree. Which is probably part of why his child unfortunately ended up in that situation.
Exactly. Based on my father passed down some shit.
But I'm with you. If you kill my kid and you got a kid that you could go see, I might be on some angry.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying the prison sentence doesn't make you feel that much better.
Specific you.
Yes.
And my anger toward you. I'm not.
But my in that, right?
It's loading here now. Hold on. I stream doing the thing again. Hold on. Bullshit, everything is an erase thing. What the fuck? I mean, like the lefty tunes made it about a racial thing, and you got these people making it about a racial thing because because one dude didn't like what a father said about Karmelo Anthony, so he has to attribute he was being racist to all of us.
If, for all accounts, I've been reading, I'm watching shit, bro. Your son approached in a violent way.
No. Man. Karmelo Anthony was asked to leave by not just Austin McCalf or his twin brother, Hunter, but by everybody there. Everybody wanted him to leave. And Anthony was like, no, I don't want to leave. Make me move. Touch me, see what happens. Touch me, see what happens. Yeah. It didn't start off as violent. It was Anthony who was inciting violence. Inciting the idea that he's going to hurt somebody.
To do him harm. So you can't be objectively looking at the kid that stabbed your kid without also taking into consideration that my sons, who were trained and way bigger than this kid, brought the violence to this kid.
They're not. That's not even true.
I agree with you. I'm saying I don't want to cape for this. I don't want to cape for this dude at all.
I wasn't bothering.
You don't have a mic and we can't hear you.
I wasn't bothering him.
I don't want to cape for this dude. But let's just say he don't believe none of that took place. There's people speaking against him.
White people want the narrative. Narrative what? Listen, the facts are already out there. Carmelo's guilty. I would just deal with that if I were you.
Most people won't when it's their kid.
And they won't believe that.
So you're not being objective.
No, he's
not
being
subjective, and you being in denial.
It's cool. What I'm saying is, when you have two sides of a story, naturally, the parent is going to want to believe the side of the kid that they're connected to. So in that situation, you don't have to believe that the other kid was all in the right. So now if you're reacting off of that, I understand you're reacting off of that. But if your anger is now spilling into you being racist, I just think your anger is just spilling out your natural racist thoughts.
I agree.
And there's nothing else.
So here's the problem, though. Like, you're insinuating that, the father's talking about a whole race, not just the perpetrator of the crime. So, like, he's trying to, you see what he's doing? He's trying to be like, well, even though he was referring to a certain, he's actually talking about all of us, because it had racial connotation, so therefore you're now talking about all of us. So you see what I mean? He's trying to misrepresent the father already.
Have to even consider. There's no objective way to look at it. It's no, like, we don't need a caution. Or a hypothetical in this moment. Let's remove all the racism in this, but this. No, nigga, this of a moment for you to want to go.
We'll get to the video in time, but it's not what you think. It was said to be self-defense, but that video wasn't released.
Go ahead and be hypothetical about racism. Throwing out mad at something, be mad at that. You don't need the fact of how y'all all act and how you all look.
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm with you.
I think we all agree.
No. Here's the thing. He didn't like racial connotations, so therefore you're talking about all of it. Honestly, even if the father didn't make racial connotations, I guarantee you that black person would find a reason to blame the father. Like, oh, I know he did something bad, but man, you're kind of saying mean things, and it's kind of sounding racist. It's making me feel uncomfortable, man.
The only point of disagreement we had was about the prison sentence. That should satisfy the feeling of outrage or injustice. Or
T-shirt warrior as well, bro. Is there like a T-shirt warrior in my chat? What's going on here? Oh, it's a guy talking about having a T-shirt. Hurt boy. It's everybody fault because he raised his son to play king of the bleachers 24/7. Lol.
you know what I mean? I wouldn't feel any more complete.
But you can't tell anybody how to agree. I'm sorry. Racists are not.
Yeah, you're true.
We can't tell somebody how to agree when they lose a child. And on top of that, bro, we don't have to tell them how to agree, but you said you can't tell somebody how to grieve, Mark.
I think here's what you can do. I think you can tell people, you can't tell how to grieve internally, but when your grief starts to harm other people, I think you can have
I can react.
It's not like the father going around and shot people or stabbed people, unlike the person we know. Like, Jeff said words. Jeff just said words. Karmelo stabbed somebody. I think stabbing beats hurt feelings in this case, okay? I think it does.
I can say something like that. Like if I grieve by burning crosses on lawns, no, right. I know he didn't do that, Keno. This is a reductio ad absurdum. I'm saying that there are things that we could all collectively agree on are outside the boundaries of acceptable grieving.
Do you think
so I'm saying, again, if he wants to sit around and sit in my house and call me a nigger monkey, sure, you can do that. It's your house.
Yeah, but there's consequences to doing that.
Right,
like jumping the guy? You're gonna jump the guy for saying it? Good luck.
Yeah, like I said, but I'm saying, like, if he did it in his house to himself, that's fine. But if his solution were to go around burning crosses on people's lawns, you can't say, well, you.
Hey guys, you want me to hide Wilbur since he just doesn't seem to want to engage and just wants to be an asshole? I'm gonna hide him. This seems like the guy just keeps bugging everybody, so Wilbur, sorry buddy, you have to go.
Can't tell people how to grieve. No, I can tell you. Because you're harming.
Like he said, it's just consequences. Still do that. Yeah. You got to deal with what comes with that.
Right.
Nobody
can't tell you that. But you can grieve.
Nobody told them to get on camera and
you can't tell somebody. We don't mean it literally. I think what I'm saying is, I can have input. I can offer my opinion. If you're sitting at home grieving in your house, I can't tell you how to do that. That's not my business.
I see what you're saying.
All I'm saying.
Yeah, like, okay. First of all, like, okay. Are there better ways to grieve? Sure. But here's the thing. Jeff is not actually hurting anybody. He's grieving. He's speaking about a particular involved, and clearly that particular family have not demonstrated any form of good quality of character. Literally. That stabbed his son, then another family that literally had a fundraiser go to their son's case and instead used that money to buy a mansion. This is what you people do. He is specifically talking about a family that clearly weren't good people. I don't think that needs to be explained anymore. People just want to get mad about the racist stuff. And they're just. Here's some more positive, nice behavior.
Hey, we glad Austin dead. I'm glad Austin is dead.
Yep, very normal behavior.
You guys knew he was a bully. You guys knew he was a bully.
Very normal.
I want you guys to know that I am 6 foot even. My phone is at my head, and the guy in the back is his brother. Karmelo Anthony was
Totally normal behavior by these
9, 5,
individuals.
8, something like that.
No.
So you had 2 of those people over him. You said 9 o'clock. You said 9 o'clock. Everybody is press. You have freedom of press. It's the First Amendment.
Imagine they bought it in 2023. Nope, not in 2023. Last time Hunter bullied people, man. That fabricated lie. Now, here's a another normal individual.
Austin Metcalf is worm food now. I hope he's burning in the deepest piss of hell where he
Brush your teeth, man. You just brush your teeth.
belongs. He was a bully. He was a thug.
Well, he was a thug. Like, so he'd be like you, though, wouldn't he? Like, whatever.
He got exactly what he deserved.
Totally normal behavior by this individual who clearly is about civil and doesn't like to hurt people and loves seeing justice prevail. And he wouldn't side with murderer.
Put your little stupid comment, you white honky motherfuckers. Because at the end of the day, that piece of shit is still dead. He can't. Now go and dig him up.
Well, if we're playing that game, George Floyd is dead of an overdose, and now he's dead. Yeah, get mad about that again and throw just at it, please and thank you. And what? Beast of what? I'm not sure who that's to. Oh, that's to Blove. Yeah, vlog, it seems like Blove is mad. Let's listen to this.
Black soul, it showed very clearly that a black boy was allowed not one black soul on a jury.
See what I mean? They don't even care. They don't even care about the morality of the situation. They just care about the idea of someone's skin color. Seriously.
An all white jury convicted him in 2 to 3 hours. We know that
again, that's all they care about.
They did not prove their case. They are currently sentencing Karmelo Anthony, but we know that the Next Generation Action Network, we will fight Colin Hell. I respected this process.
Blove says yes, and I'm the dumbest that would support the black side. Yeah.
I allowed and called peace in this process. Black America should be very upset about what went on today. Now, before all of the internet lawyers and before all of the interpretation of the situation, I'm only an advocacy leader. I'm not an attorney. I can only help families be able to navigate these processes.
Yeah, so that's clear as day that you're not an attorney. You don't understand the law, and you clearly don't understand the verdict of when he was prosecuted. Like, you're still aware that he stabbed somebody, right? Like, right?
in this type of situation. I can only allow lawyers to be what they are, lawyers. I can't instruct them. I can't stop them from doing anything. I have to respect the process just like anybody else. But what we saw today.
Okay. Some of you are just, at this point, not even providing anything. People like Blow, Wilbert, you guys keep coming in, just spewing garbage. Like, dude, I'm patient, but dude, you're not even providing anything anymore. You're just going off. At this point, you're just supporting a murderer.
Was flawed.
Dominic Alexander is a child abuser. That's an interesting
unjust
intake. I'll look into that
and
later.
I ask that the community continue to pray for the Anthony family. I do not speak for them, but I know that the next generation action at
Thanks for showing up, by the way.
work will be here as support. My heart hurts right now because an ignorance of the law was done here today. Clear. We posted the jury instructions. And right now, what we are seeing is a travesty. It lets us that black.
So basically, Alexander is a criminal, and he's defending criminals. Well, I mean, considering all that, I'm not surprised by that part. I'm literally not surprised. This one I want to talk about. The Wigger is back.
I'm not sure that the prosecution expected this because they did have one of the witnesses said it wasn't just a push. It was, he lifted him up in like a linebacker drill type, like when you see a linebacker, hit the dummies. And so, that's what.
That's, first of all, not how linebacker works. That's not what a linebacker does. They don't lift people. They literally tackle people. They run into people. And they do block.
He's bad.
See, dude, this is why evidence is important. And how you get
It's not even evidence. I'm going to explain why. And why none of this is even true.
persuaded. That testimony right there. I know we have some video evidence as well.
We don't. Only a school has that.
That testimony right there is the single most important fact of this motherfucking case.
No, it's not. Again, we'll go into detail why it's not. And we'll talk about why he's dumb and why she's dumb. And why they're just making stuff up again.
Because if he literally tried to decleat him and knock him off his fucking feet, it changes the proportionality analysis. That is 100% defensible by hitting somebody in the chest with a knife. Because if you're trying to knock somebody off their feet in a tent around a bunch of people that continue to tell you to leave, you get knocked to the ground, you are going to be scared of being hurt. Serious bodily injury. That testimony right there, the believability of that witness that said that, if it's believed, he's not guilty. It's self-defense all day. Because the other witnesses that testified, one dude said it was two hands. One of the witnesses said it was, he just tapped him. Those were Austin's friends. But if it was some aggressive shit like that, which was just testified to, it's self-defense all day. Austin's over 200 pounds. Karmelo's 5'8", 135. That's the most important shit we've heard.
Let me tell you why let me just tell you something. Why this is wrong. No witness actually testified this. She's just like, I heard this. But that's not even on record. It's not even on record. Not even on record at all. Lifting them up like a linebacker block way, like that doesn't even exist. You don't. There's no such thing as lifting linebacker lift-up block. It just doesn't exist. And if he was lifting him up, that's not a shove. That's literally picking somebody up. I don't see how that's related to a shove. And at best, even if he wanted to say that, that would imply that Austin, and these people are stupid, by the way, in which that wasn't the case. Nobody testified this. That testimony, her testimony literally doesn't matter because it's based on hearsay of what she heard, which was never documented or even on record. Not even in the report of the witness testimonies. But she just claims she heard. Right? Right. Now back to the linebacker supposedly picking up Karmelo Anthony. If he was smart at all, this would imply that Austin attempted to slam Karmelo Anthony, which in case was not even in the records. Not even in the records. So at best, it was even a shove. So that's it. So, like, a linebacker block, that wasn't a linebacker block isn't a shove. It's just not. The people that come up with this shit is amazing to me. Like, yeah, and it's not the most important part about it because it literally means nothing. It's literally not true. It's made up, and you're acting as if it's important. You're literally like, this is the most important part, but you're going based off of hearsay in which nobody testified about to the police and reported it. It would have been there if it was the case, but it wasn't. It was like, well, it's not there because it was McCall's friends that actually said some of these things. Bottom line, Anthony was asked to leave. I really don't think that's hard to understand. Let's continue. Yeah, like Vlaga, yeah, a lot of black people are smart. So here.
White boy. And honestly, sources that told me that they found Karmelo Anthony guilty of killing that bitch ass white boy. And honestly, chat, you can't really expect much in America. I didn't think you would get found guilty, but I'm not surprised by this. When you know what the criminal justice system is and what it's really meant to do, you don't get surprised at outcomes like this. They'll let that nigga Rick Chow out, but they won't free Karmelo Anthony. A man who actually had his life threatened by two big ass white boys. If it was me, I'd stab both the niggas. But
yeah, good to know. Normal behavior. Yeah, I'm stabbing them both. Let's just say if two big giant dudes jumped one small black guy, he's not gonna be able to pull a knife from his backpack. Like, of course, they don't really think that far ahead, but you know.
Karmelo Anthony, man, he ain't douches nobody. Sources that.
His daddy too goddamn weak for me. I don't like a weak nigga. His dad.
So, okay, you're gonna love this video. I love this one.
Karmelo Anthony, he ain't do nothing wrong. Y'all bitch ass motherfucking white people convicted another black man who innocently stabbed that white kid. Y'all motherfuckers know you can't be touching black folk no more, okay? This royal blood.
Yep.
This shit ain't no different than George Floyd, Trayvon Martin. This some motherfucking bullshit, okay? Free Karmelo. Y'all better be posting your black squares or y'all ain't gonna get this black ass. And if the black community doesn't donate that money to my Cash App, then y'all gonna let Karmelo Anthony suffer. I need my motherfucking reparations for what y'all did to Karmelo. Tyler Perry, Oprah, if y'all hearing this, please donate some money to me. Free me from these shackles of white tyranny. Freak.
Literally, that in a nutshell.
Go ahead, what y'all scared to say about this verdict today. The reason why Austin felt so comfortable putting his hand on Karmelo, even though Karmelo has set a boundary, is because white people still see us as their property.
Forgot to mention that I forgot to mention the fact that Anthony entered an event that he wasn't supposed to be in. It's like, I bet you he defends squatters every day. Hey, but don't you dare touch that black man. He's minding his own business. He's literally in my house. Don't you dare touch him. Like, you need to respect his boundaries. He's literally in my house, though. Respect his boundaries, man. He's just sitting there in your house, even though he was uninvited, but he's just sitting there in your house. You better respect his boundaries. He's probably like one of those guys.
Oh, yeah, even though we're not in slavery, they still look at us as their property, honey. The fact that we even want to set up a boundary, to them, that's us having audacity for trying to have bodily autonomy. And we already know Caucasians are curious creatures. So they're going to test the limits. They're going to poke the...
Creatures. Like, so, like, were the white people curious? I guess they were all white. Were the white people curious when they were asking Anthony to leave the tent he wasn't supposed to be in? It was just that they were curious about bodily autonomy. Is that what it was?
They're going to push the button, and they're going to cross the line every damn time. And it's always going to start off small as a little microaggression, like mispronouncing your name, not calling you by your title. Then all of a sudden, it starts to get physical. And even though they put their hands on us first, even though they pressed our buttons first, we will always be seen as the aggressor. We will all
be okay. I mean, I don't know if you're gay or not. Like that face says it all, man. Like that's a weird face. Seen as the aggressor. We're gonna be seen as the aggressor. Well, here's the funny thing: when you say things like "make me move," "touch me, see what happens," and when you refuse to leave after being asked to leave multiple times, you're gonna be particularly seen as the aggressor, regardless of your skin color, buddy. Just a tidbit of information there.
Be the villain, not the victim. Because let me tell you why. Because being black and existing is a form of resistance to these white supremacists.
That makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. Okay, let me back to the example of the squatter. Like, the houses stay there. There's a case where a woman has to call the cops and take the black guy out, but he gets released and he gets back into the house and just sits there. There's that case. And then when she finally does something, oh, no, how dare she? She should just mind her own business. Like, she's the aggressor, even though he's literally on her property and invading her space and stuff and not supposed to be there. But how dare you not respect his boundaries, man? This is the mentality of these people.
Every system that they set in place was meant for us to fail, but yet prevailed.
Well, okay, I've already talked about the history, but what about since 1776, white people trying to end the Atlantic slave trade of black people? Emancipation Proclamation Act to get black slaves free from slavery. What about the 15th Amendment? White men fought to help black people vote. What about the Civil Rights Act? What about the white men trying to stop black people from being lynched that were also lynched? And what about affirmative action? It's almost like you got system to actually benefit you, but you want to pretend that you're being held down because a certain case of a black man acting the fool got him prosecuted for being a murderer because he took a life. Let's go.
We still find joy, even though we're faced with injustice. We still find hope when things are hopeless. Let me say this in closing to any Caucasians watching this. Like a bow, I don't care how far you try to pull us back and back and back. The kinetic energy in the black community will always propel us forward.
And that's why you're still living in the United States in a predominantly majority white population with the affirmative actions and the, basically things that help you move forward are signed in by white people. But it's the white man, the same people that gave you these things, holding you back. Sure, buddy, sure. So, this is the other one. This is
Allen County, Dallas, Texas, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Irvin, Dalworth, Plano, Denton, Keller, It ain't safe for none of you white folks to come out this weekend. I'm giving y'all a fair warning right now. And guess what? It's gonna be a bunch of niggas outside that look like me, and we ain't out there with no pocket knives. We out there with these. I guarantee y'all gonna pay for what that judge just did to Karmelo. If you don't believe me, bring y'all bold ass out this weekend and put on your Austin Metcalf shirts and see what happened to you.
Okay, let's listen
Collin
again.
County, Dallas, Texas, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Irvin, Dalworth, Plain, Denton, Keller. It ain't safe for none of you white folks to come out this weekend. I'm giving y'all a fair warning right now. And guess what? It's gonna be a bunch of niggas outside that look like me, and we ain't out there with no pocket knives. We out there with these. I guarantee y'all gonna pay for what that judge just did to Karmelo. If you don't believe me, bring y'all bold ass out this weekend and put on your Austin Metcalf shirts and see what happened to you.
Yeah. I gotta play this one more time. This is so good. I'm sorry.
Dalworth, Plano, Denton, Keller. It ain't safe for none of you white folks to come out this weekend. I'm giving y'all a fair warning right now. And guess what? It's gonna be a bunch of niggas outside that look like me, and we ain't out there with no pocket knives. We out there with these. I guarantee y'all gonna pay for what that judge just Karmelo. If you don't believe me, bring y'all bold ass out this weekend and put on your Austin Metcalf shirts and see what happened to you.
Oh man, that's so good. That's so good. He's gonna, dude. He's gonna bring his freaking. He's gonna bring himself and his IQ papers just for preparation. He's gonna. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, I'm just gonna listen to this one more time. I'm sorry. This is so good.
Perry, Irvin,
I'm an
Dow,
artist like this. I'm sorry.
Collin County, Dallas, Texas, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Irvin, Dalworth, Plano, Denton, Keller. It ain't safe for none of you white folks to come out this weekend. I'm giving y'all a fair warning right now. And guess what? It's gonna be a bunch of niggas outside that look like me, and we ain't out there with no pocket knives. We out there with these. I guarantee y'all gonna pay for what that judge just did to Karmelo. If you don't believe me, bring y'all out this weekend and put on your Austin Metcalf shirt.
Dude, how often do you think he doesn't just sniff crack cocaine, but he sniffs a whole freaking pot of flour? Yeah, just a flour. Just sniffs baking soda while he's at it, because it's just not enough to fill up his nostrils. I bet you his snores wake up 10 kilometers of the neighborhood. You know? I don't know. It's so funny, man. So, on this one. Important. 4 months after Karmelo Anthony killed Austin McCalf, at track meet, authorities still refused to release a video. And remember, over 500K was reported the Anthony's family via Give Send Go. I'm just going to talk about this for a second here. Because, let me just tell you, the authorities haven't released that because they don't really have the footage. Okay? Because the school is actually withholding that information. The school the incident that took place withheld that information purposely. Because for privacy reasons, to protect privacy reasons, right? Personally, I don't agree with that, but it's not the authorities' fault. This is entirely the public school's fault. They didn't release the video because it was privacy reasons. Now, anybody that tries to go, well, it's them trying to protect Austin McCalf, the school wouldn't even know who Austin McCalf is until he was stabbed. So, that's insinuating. So, we don't know why the school is even withholding that information. I don't know why they don't just release the video to the public. But, assumingly, the whole surveillance video was capturing the whole sequence of events that was transpiring. And unfortunately, I'm guessing they were trying to protect multiple kids that were there, but the problem is that privacy is just not an issue at this point. It's somebody was murdered, and people are trying to find the truth of what actually happened. It's their choice, I guess, but it's kind of a dumb choice, and if you ask me, but that's just me. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's just a dumb idea to just not release the video. It's stupid. It just does nothing. And I agree with the fact that it actually spread a division because that actually perpetrates it. In my opinion, I think they were told like, okay, they may have actually given it. There's a possibility that they may have given that to the authorities, but the authorities are like, okay, we're not going to release this because we want people to be speculating about it. So therefore, let's just make sure it's under the radar. We'll give enough information, but we won't show the whole video that would actually prove everything, whether Karmelo Anthony is innocent or guilty. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Anthony is guilty. He's going to look guilty regardless. That's my opinion. All the testimony, everything is stacking to looking guilty. But by miracle, the surveillance shows Anthony was actually defending himself, and it shows that he was actually somehow fighting off two giant dudes. I guess my hands are tied. I guess he was innocent, but that's hearsay. We don't know for sure, right? That being said, I stand by my belief. Stand by my belief. Yeah, and then that's about it. But I want to read your chats. Okay, so we've got ready to go. Like 95% of black men are raging homosexuals. Yeah. Well, it's just it's obvious any white person agrees with the verdict is racist. Any white person that doesn't agree with my views is racist. Something like that. But the jury was all white. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the point of the evidence that is released. The witness testimonies describe Anthony, and quote unquote saying, "Make me move, touch me, see what happens," refusing to leave. He showed aggressive behavior. He showed intent to harm. It's what it is. It doesn't matter how you paint it. Anthony was a murderer. Even if the case went the other way and Anthony was found innocent by some miracle by a jury, it just doesn't change the fact that he murdered somebody. It's just a mistrial because some people didn't want to look like a racist. That's it. So, like, I understand a lot of discussion here. So I only like hitting 3 people because like they were just kind of going off and being belligerent. I want discussion, okay? That's it. But I don't care if people are just going to throw insults. I just don't care. So yeah, I like reading your comments. Gun violence: over 85% of black homicide victims are killed by firearms. One comprehensive report on these statistics and demographics are regularly tracked by the Violence and Police Center and the CDC. I love that YouTube women don't even want YouTube men at all. I never really wanted YouTube women. I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even sure where that even come from. I'm not even a YouTuber. Who cares about all that? Can we talk about how he never got his blanket? Oh man, that. Didn't the defense have a chance to choose their jury selection just like the prosecution did? So how come they didn't choose a black person? Because they already knew he was guilty in this way. Well, they still have to run with the idea that it's still racist because it doesn't matter. If they wanted a black jury, maybe it's just the fact that the black person didn't want to serve. Who knows? And so it's weird that people even bring it up, though, because it just shows that they only care about the ethnicity of the person, not the actual situation, not the ethical standpoints. Be honest. Couldn't be honest if you tried because he's black. Stop lying. I'm not lying. If whites are Neanderthals, explain that. 95% of black men are raging. Yeah, you said that. Homosexual sexualities are rage. Black people. Thank God I'm not black. You said that. I know. You just keep repeating that. Why? Was it all white jury? If it was all white jury, it's bad. I don't really care. I'm fucking jelly, bro. So much swagging. He about to be sagging and gagging, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you're saying. I love being white. Good for you, Sarah. Austin never got that blanket. Yeah, it's okay. You didn't need a blanket. Search up your own ancestors. White people have Neanderthal DNA. Y'all haven't evolved yet. It's okay. We don't blame animals for not know things either. Let's just say you guys are acting more like Neanderthals than the white man. There are literally black people in Africa that don't know how to open a water bottle. So yeah, good luck. Should have gotten longer. Yeah, nah. A life is honest. God was cool to some. Yikes. What is an all white jury? Still doesn't matter. Why do people even care whether the jury was right or not? That's my question. We raise kings and shit. What does that all have to do with y'all being Neanderthals? I mean, you say we're Neanderthals, but you act like Neanderthals. It's like, you guys act like wild animals. You guys go around beating each other up, acting like uncivilized people in society. But you call me the Neanderthal. Go for it. At least I can be civil, unlike some people we know. Yeah. Ban the spammer already. This chat is unreadable. I know, right? The guy seems to be focused on specific comments. You want me to read every single one by one, Godzilla? Because I don't have to do that. Shouldn't have been there looking for trouble with a knife in his backpack. Yep. I'm just reading chats now. That's it. We have went through everything. That was fun. Ooh, 2 hours. That was nice. Now I have covered everything. Thanks for watching, everybody. Time to get going, peace.